Anthony have spaces to have contact now the other stuff was one of the prosecutors. So on with you seem crazy. No one was surprised by that, right? But everyone in the states silent. Yeah, absolutely. Silent the bodies as well. He was told that he was not allowed to have any contact with the courts, saying that he nodded down and nodded slowly. So his silence, he thought, really that this happened. The hypothetical trial. How does that affect? Yeah, so anything that he does or says, or in corporate saying, that he doesn't say any of his conduct, any that submitted that the star. Let's guess you have not seen it. People watching.
Shouldn't. Well, of course, they disrespect play.
Remember what are the 2-year what he says? Yeah. Don't forget that right after that, he said, quote, that if I did behave then and had sexual assault, this was resolved. He says, and I quote, I owe him for what inappropriate drunken. Here we're talking about sexual assault. Those statements could, if the judge can use against him, anything he doesn't can absolutely. I've got you. The role of consent will testify, from my understanding, based on the criminal complaint, that he did not consent to this type of affirming that there was some type of touching that occurred. Now, so determine whether or not it was Kevin. The certain testimony highlight what happened as necessary. Because for being with football with James.
What if the president actually become the league starts right now? The government shut down nearly a week, nearly 1 payday. The president addressed an agent from the Oval Office. The president's national security advisor on pulling out of Syria worldwide. Waiting, who is speaking? Plus, he's at perfect in 25 years. Even the day after today, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's first sick day is terrifying liberals across the. Welcome to the lead on when you give the policy President Trump to address the nation. Speak from the Oval Office. His case of jury and the wall declare national emergency for funding to build the wall. Move said serious and considering would be highly controversial. This afternoon, Democratic Congressman Joaquin Texas left the border. It would be profoundly inappropriate for the president to circumvent legislative United States Congress single against the will of the American and the American Congress put up a border wall on the U.S. Mexico. We would challenge it in every single way that the president did. President traveled to the southern Mexico on Thursday. Senior Democratic aide also told CNN lunch Wednesday whether to begin to block all the places from a vote on the deal. No problem ending the government shutdown. Friday, the day behind the record for the longest shutdown. CNN's Pamela Brown at the White House. Pamela, CNN is planning to air this massive of the presidential address.
Well, no word yet on whether the network is carried because it's probably tweeted about that. From the White House, that there is well response according to my colleague Oliver Garza. So the president wants to make a reference to the American public as his administration continues to frame this debate over border wall funding as a matter of security crisis that is worse. President Trump now considering an unprecedented move to give his border wall. Trump suggests emergency to bypass Congress to get the wall funding.
It is security.
Arguing for those powers, the president quoted Democrat Adam Smith. The House are tweeting, yes, there is a provision law. Emergency. Sunday also said,
In this case, I think the president why say you have to establish that do this.
Smith get into.
I think it would be a huge national news. No emergency.
Trump is now planning a private state and trip to the border on Thursday. Led by Vice President Pence to bring either side to the deal. The White House outlined its request in a letter. Additional funds for the House, the wall, great steel, something some class for her. It doesn't appear soon, but both sides are at the other.
They don't want to do it. It's not right here. Here we are. It's only that is
But the negotiations continue at a stalemate. By the shutdown and votes for those 7 people on Friday.
I'm sure that all that are on the will adjustment. They always and they'll make adjustments. Exactly what's going on. See the page. Says what I'm doing.
We're learning more about the line at the White House have a time on immigration tomorrow. Telling CNN that as the president had been telling that his message wasn't present, and that the time of Christmas, this opportunity is and these off-the-cuff remarks is really more addressing his voters. The president told his over-minded that having a prime time address office was an effective way to the public. Now, as much as this, on Thursday, that has been long. Jay?
All right. With our experts, we've already seen facts and facts. Decided what to do. One network TV Brian Stelter calls the state news the airway give a fact-free screen without rebuttal. Don't give a call artists that we're damned to do and damned to. What do you think?
I think they should take it, but I think they should do it on a step-by-step way.
Bill, we're talking about uncomfortable interviews we've had over the years.
Yeah, we want to put something together.
We might put a special together.
Oh, you know what's funny? I was
at Asner.
Yeah. We were I mentioned that.
You
think
did.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a
there
bad
was
one.
a guy on one of my on. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, I'm on.
Your headphones are probably
Oh,
fucked up.
Jesus, is this on?
Fuck it up.
I was on a flight recently, and some guy from behind looked like Lou Grant. Just some random guy.
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, so
That's a great pick.
So I took a picture of the guy, and I go, Ed Asner was on my flight. I was too nervous to take a picture, and everyone was just like, he should have asked you for your autograph. Like, people actually thought it was him. The guy had he was bald, but his hair was brown. He was clearly...
It wasn't... He was a lot younger than...
Yeah, clearly. There was a couple people who got it who was just like, wow, that guy hasn't aged a day.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of them. But then all of a sudden, everyone started writing all this stuff. Don't tell him you're friends with Opie. Don't tell him about the O&A show. And I was like, oh, God, what happened this time?
Well, it
I was
wasn't
playing
around.
a poker tournament.
It seems when Ant's not around, it gets a little ugly at times. Ant was in the middle of a poker tournament in L.A., and it was me, Joe Rogan. Who else was there? Jimmy, obviously.
Yeah.
And we talked to Ed Asner, and it was so boring. I basically told him, he has to go.
They're telling us
What?
you have to go. Yeah. He's like,
And he was
fuck
all
you.
he was all confused. And yeah,
He said, fuck you?
you've never heard this?
Oh, yeah,
No.
he did.
Can we play this for Bill
Ed
Burr today?
Asner saying, fuck you.
And
I think we have just a really short version of
Yeah, we
He
don't-
was legitimately angry.
Yeah, we don't need the long version, just to the point. And we're going to put a special together, uncomfortable interviews
Yeah.
on the Opie and Anthony show.
Our collection
Yeah.
of uncomfortable interviews.
Chris Jericho with Jimmy. There might be too many. This might have to be a two-parter.
Two-parter?
Ashley Dupree
Oh, you know what?
was recent.
This could be like a vacation thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
And I remember throughout the years, let's say, we've always said that we'll replay that big fight that happened one day if there was a time where it made sense and it could be narrated or whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
this is a good place for that.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be like the big capper.
The big capper, we can do that too.
That was highly uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
The money shot.
Absolutely.
You were excited.
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were making fun of because you said the big capper. And you really
No,
didn't
I
get
think
a
that
big...
was it was a big thing that happened on the
right.
show, and I don't think it's ever been replayed, to be honest.
Wait, fucking, you gotta back it up where he calls me the Destroyer. That's
The whole clip's a minute and a half. I thought you wanted to get right to
Oh,
the
a minute and a
fucking
half.
part.
We could kill a minute and a half.
Oh, that's
for this.
why they were saying Opie the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone's coming up when Patrice offended that cheerleader who wouldn't take her coat off. I don't
Oh,
remember that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was
was
the
bad.
we had the lingerie bowl.
Yeah, lingerie ball.
People in.
And she hated fucking Patrice.
And the porn star that left crying.
Yeah. That was a good one.
There was also the Sports
This sounds like a
Illustrated.
trilogy of books. The porn star that left
That
crying.
left crying.
The butterfly that attacked the hornet. Or whatever.
You won't believe.
We might
the porn star that left crying.
We might not be able to do this. There's too many.
There was a Sports Illustrated model we had on the phone, and Ope got her all upset, and she hung up because he kept saying how awkward her pinky toe was in her photos.
This girl was perfect.
Yeah,
she
smart
really
man.
was. But I noticed that her pinky toe was a little strange, so I obsessively just talked about that to the point she got really depressed and sad and hung up.
What about when Amanda Pete called in?
Amanda Pete was. What did I do there?
You called her tit silly or something.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't like that.
No, she didn't.
I think we
Dude, you
give
guys
this.
should do your own like Hollywood show. Remember that show, Coming Up Next? And they always kiss the celebrity's ass. You guys just do it the other way.
Yeah.
The other way around.
But it's still just as bubbly.
Put this on the Facebook page, then have the hardcore listeners really figure this out for us, and we'll do the top ones of all time, because there is a bunch. All right, hey, we have one more most annoying 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, the Ed Asner first. What do you want to do? Let's do the most annoying 30 seconds. We'll get this out of the way.
Yeah.
$2,000 up for grabs, courtesy of Steven Singer. IHateStevenSinger.com. The last entry today, Mike Ford, the last finalist.
Mike?
I'm Sam. No, I'm Sam. No, I'm Sam. How could you be Sam if I'm Sam? I'm Sam. How do you do? I'm Sam. How could you be Sam if I'm Sam? I'm Sam. How could you be Sam if I'm Sam? I'm Sam, and I'm from New Rock City.
That's annoying.
Yeah, he makes it.
Yeah, keep him in there.
All right, so
See how it pans out at the end.
unfortunately, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 12 in the contest.
Yeah.
We only knocked out 7.
That's okay.
So we'll replay all of them again.
Yeah.
And then we'll make some
get it.
hard, some.
That's how you know if it's truly annoying. If you keep playing it and you still hate it.
All right.
I swear, I was in the fucking Caribbean for 2 weeks, and I was fine. Yesterday, here in New York,
You look a little red.
I went out in my fucking backyard and laid down on a chaise lounge, as they call it, chaise lounge by the pool, and fried my face. Look. Look at my neck.
Oh, fuck, dude.
It's like where the shirt was, because all I did was lay down and like pass out. I was tired. I'm fucking.
You're fried.
I'm fried.
Just say you got some color. You look all right over there.
It's crazy.
You got a little life, a little twinkle in your eye.
I had some. Yeah, I had a tan up until yesterday when I laid out in my backyard, which apparently is on the equator, and fucking just burnt my face.
How many hours did you pass out for?
I don't know, maybe an hour and a half.
6 years.
Yeah, just fucking all day till it was dark out.
Yeah, 90 minutes. That'll do it.
Oh, it will. Yeah, an hour and a half of just in the blazing sun.
I would
That
have had
was
to
great.
call in sick if I was out there for 40 minutes.
Oh, please, yeah. You're a little
Bill
what they call
knows.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair skin.
So you could handle that. That'll be tan within a day.
Yeah, it'll be
Guys
all right,
like me
but,
and Bill, that's a week of fucking torture.
But I woke
Yeah,
up
he
and
doesn't
like,
even
my
look
eyes
that
are
red.
swollen.
No.
Like I'm a fucking mess. I feel it. It's like everything's tight.
Sure, that's from the
bronze
sun.
tan tomorrow.
Yeah, it's well, booze
The empty
probably.
bottle of Jack next to you, and the 12-year-old you were with.
Jesus.
Not 12. Wrong number.
12-year-old.
17.
That's how
and
old the
3/4.
scotch was.
Yeah, nice 12-year-old scotch.
That's a good Anthony roast joke.
Of
Hey,
course.
what was older, your scotch or your date?
I am quite a ghoul. Quite a creepy ghoul.
No, but it makes it so much less creepier if someone owns up to the fact that they're creepy. If you were defending it, it's like
You're right.
You know,
I'm not trying to hide a
You know,
thing.
Anthony has a cape when he opens the front
Yes.
door.
Come in.
big giant
Come
knocker.
He puts a
Please enter my house.
He puts a pillow
I
on
must-
Danny's back.
I must suck the youth out of you.
How old are you? Let me count. 1, 2, 11.
Come out to the pool. We will go in the jacuzzi.
And she said, Anthony, how'd you get out here so quick?
Yes, I just flutter out the back door.
He doesn't turn into a bat, though. He turns into like a fucking old pigeon.
Stephen, that's from Bayshore. Count Wapula.
That's me. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
I
gonna
don't like fucking touching old bitches.
Well, you can always change your ways.
No, No. Never.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, that's perfect. What the fuck
like
are you going
that
to do?
shit. I don't like fucking...
There's your T-shirt right there. Count Wapula.
Count Wapula.
What are you gonna
What the fuck are you going to do?
I hate when bitches' fucking tits look like you got to rub saddle soap between them. That leathery fucking horrid shit. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, like the Real Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
With
God.
their-
See, you watch
the
that. it's like-
elasticity's gone in their skin, but they're still wearing that hot little top.
yeah. Oh, that's
I like that shit.
horrible.
I like a nice milk.
No.
The little freckles, the chest
You
freckles.
don't like that.
From being out in the sun for the last 30
Fuck
years.
that. I like a tilf.
I like when they got
Teen.
I like when they got a little arm fat.
You
I
like
when
that
the
little
face is
fucking
pulled,
thing?
when the face is pulled back, but the fucking arms are all wrinkled up still. I like that.
When they're showing them walking away in that gown at some gala event, and the backs of their elbows look like frowny faces. Meh. Meh. Yeah, the elbow skin is like, meh. You just got to put two eyes back there.
Their armpit looks like a pussy.
Oh, God, yeah, the armpit. How does that? You look gorgeous. Oh, the face is out all the work, but the neck is fucking telling you a story.
Yeah, the
dots.
Angela Lansbury.
The dots on their nipples are too big.
Oh, God.
All right, even I tuned out with that.
Yeah, see, it's
Tapped out Joe.
You know what's sick? I was my girl watches all those Real Housewives shows, and when I saw the one for Orange County, I just looked at it like, all right, they picked out the 6 biggest freaks, they put them on here. No one really looks like this. I did the improv down there. Just walk through them all. It's not obviously not everybody, but the level of fucking plastic surgery, it's worse than Hollywood. And it's
Really?
bad. It's like suburban
Bad
plastic surgery. All, like, even the guys, they got that Bruce Jenner facelift where you're white, but you're starting to look slightly Asian.
Where
There's
your
a
eyes
yanking it
can't
back.
fucking... They can never get them the same either.
can't figure that
you
out.
You become completely... Like, you're not symmetrical anymore. One eye's going up. The more they smile, the worse it gets. That smile sideways.
No,
How
and
the fuck
and
do
the
they
mother,
get away with that?
And the mother,
It's malpractice.
the mother and the daughter like shop at the same place. Like they could trade
great.
wardrobe clothes.
Oh, yeah, Forever 21.
Yeah.
Let's go to Forever 21, Mom. And she thinks she looks it.
Yeah, the dad's wearing those
Stop.
True Religions, like a dragon, diamond dragon on the back pocket.
Yeah, I got pictures. Yeah, go through just taking pictures of people, tweeting them.
I tell you what I do like is those mob wives. Those chicks are hot.
We had them in. They're
We
not hot.
had them in.
They're not
Fucking-
hot.
The tall, the skinny ones.
not.
The redhead?
Let me
There was
rephrase
one
that.
Jimmy
That-
was losing his mind over. She was
that's
hot.
what does it for me. That type of
White
fucking
trash.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
can
be.
beat
I'm gonna
the
be.
shit out of you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly,
Yeah.
if you take a woman, that,
Anthony, be
like,
honest.
A lady.
I'll be honest.
Please.
A still very well put together,
Broad.
45 to 50-year-old broad, and put her up against an 18-year-old. You got to take the 18-year-old.
I totally disagree.
Because it just feels better on your fingers.
It's too wet.
The skin is better. It's too wet.
It's too wet.
It's too wet.
The vagina lips are just cold from not being in use.
Would you take a fat 19-year-old or an in shape 42-year-old?
I'd probably take the fat 18-year-old.
Oh, this is fun. All right.
No,
a
young-
19-year-old. A 19-year-old. Wait a minute. A 19-year-old had a kid, C-section, or a hot 41.
Any fucking kid, any woman that's had a kid at that age gets a few years added. So,
All right.
so that
C-section.
Yeah, then
19.
you gotta go with the older broad.
Okay, ready?
41.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
one. An 18
Definitely.
C-section.
And
though.
the 41-year-old hasn't had a C-section.
No. Her dad didn't stick around. She still thinks she looks hot. She's doing that shit.
Hasn't had any
you gotta go
kids,
with the
right?
40.
No kids.
Then you gotta go with the
An
41-year-old.
18-year-old redhead,
Yeah.
one gray tooth, that lost around 300 pounds, but she's hot now.
White, like flappy tits.
Yeah, she's hot now, though.
So what's the problem?
Against
The one great
a
tooth?
42-year-old smoking hot.
Who smokes cigarettes?
Smokes cigarettes and talks like this. Anthony, come here for a second. I love your huge cock.
Keep it out of the sun. I don't know. That's
Always in the basement watching videos on Netflix.
That's a toss-up. I might have to flip over the.
I got it.
Yeah.
What's going to be the deal breaker? Something that comes out of one of their mouths.
Yeah, that would
the
be.
18-year-old when you take
I
your
don't
clothes
remember
off, though.
ACDC. All right, you're out.
Her
No,
skin
you're
is
in.
fine.
You're in. You're in. Good.
I got a dilemma. I got a dilemma one
Yeah.
for you. Here it is.
Okay. All right.
40 years old,
Yeah.
pretty good body, decent tits, immaculate vagina. Immaculate vagina. Tight, pink, beautiful.
Painted on the inside, on the
Yeah.
ceiling of a strip club.
Oh,
that
wow,
level of
okay.
immaculate.
Just beautiful.
Very good.
Or an 18-year-old, pretty good body, bad tits, and her pussy just smells like the inside of a tooth that fell out of your mouth.
Then I gotta go 40.
Yeah, that's it. No, you
I
should
gotta go
have upped the
40.
number. You should have said 49.
Yeah, you made it a little too
Bill's
easy.
like, you made it too easy.
Bill's right. You almost
You
had
made it too
Joe.
easy.
I like to see that Ed picks a few older broads, though.
Well, yeah, I'm not completely insane with just youth does not instantly mean best.
It doesn't.
But I'm saying for the most part, I would rather take a 18, 19, 20-year-old girl that would probably be looked at as more of a mess than the older women that's better put together, I guess.
It doesn't bug you that their spinal cord isn't fully developed? Like you can
But I'm not
feel
going
the
with
bones?
a fucking zygote.
What's wrong with you,
What are
Bobby?
you talking about? You can't, at this point, you can't distinguish her from a dolphin embryo.
Doesn't it
They look
bother
the
you?
same.
Doesn't it bother you can't throw her against the wall without having to worry about hurting her?
What is Bobby talking about? Jesus.
It was a joke that he went young.
All right, here's a good one.
I got it.
A hot 39-year-old versus a 7 who's 18, but you got to meet her parents when you pick her up.
Yeah, that adds a psychological thing into it, where it's
Ant's
like,
not a fan of the father.
No, I like when they.
I bet the father's not a big fan of Wapula.
But the good thing is, the only girls that age that would go out with me are ones that the father is so fucked up or out of the picture.
Just a huge fan of the show. She likes your tan.
Really, my tan. I was on a cruise. It's great.
You have to tell the father you're the captain, and then maybe if he had some sort of military background, he'd.
Well, that's great. I was in the Navy myself. What? Oh, Christ! I got to learn nautical terms. Yeah, tie me a sheepshank. He throws me a rope like Quint. You got soft hands, Mr. Cumia, from counting money all your life. Not talking about hooking bluegills or Tommy cats. Shark in a black eye, lifeless eye. Talking about sharking, working for a living.
All right, what about a 19-year-old smoking hot, batshit fucking crazy, 40-year-old smoking hot, really well controlled?
All right, hold the
What's wrong
phone.
with you, Joe?
Hold the
You
phone.
fucked it up.
Have you listened?
No,
Not even that. Have you listened to the show? That is the only girls those are the only girls I ever see. Batshit crazy.
Yeah, I know, but so I'm asking from your experience.
Yes,
Would-
I go
would
with
you
the batshit
still-
crazy.
You'd still go with batshit.
It's my type.
fucked it up, Joe.
I
Why
like
wouldn't
the
the
lunatics.
Wapula go with batshit crazy?
You are batshit crazy, and I'm a bat. And anyway, any of the older girls that I have
He
been out
walks
with.
through his house with one of those giant candle holders.
There's no lights on. It's just a big candelabra that I walk from room to room with.
Yeah, Anthony,
With
why
my
is your
nightcap on. Walk around. You could stay in this room. Lightning comes through the window.
Do you talk about the children of the night?
Yes,
As you walk through that?
children of the night. Pull the strings. Pull the strings. Yeah, it's even though the older broads I've been
Fucks
with,
with a mirror
they're
over his
crazy
bed,
too.
but you can't see him.
Yeah, look. Oh, you look beautiful. I
Looks
come
like
up
she's
behind her in the mirror.
Anthony, why is your shadow over there?
Could you invite me into your room? I cannot just walk in. Boo. I am quite, like I said, quite the ghoul.
We need a black girl scenario. That'll trick them.
Okay.
We need to get a black girl
I don't
scenario.
have the ages right. Somebody else do it.
The black girl's got to be young, obviously. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a racist thing that is happening with her.
Now,
so.
is she fat?
No,
With the
18.
PH.
No, the black girl.
Yeah, she's fat with
The
a
black
PH.
girl's got to be young and smoking.
Yeah.
And what's the equivalent that just fucking makes it where he has a tough decision here?
35-year-old.
Yeah.
Was the perfect girl next door, but she's 35, got a little bit of crow's feet. She's a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, but she's got a lot of cash.
and she pushed out a kid. Or the really hot smoking 19-year-old. Nothing wrong with her. We're testing your racism.
I probably have to go with the black chick.
There you go. Wow, he's turning a new leaf.
Are you feeling okay?
All right,
I think I would.
You got a fever from all that sun yesterday?
Like Francine was years ago.
Yeah. I think you kind of had a little something for Francine.
Well,
the problem with Francine was she was the wrong color, or you would have knocked that one out.
I probably would have hit that if I wasn't in a relationship at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I probably would have banged Francine.
Oh, this is breaking news.
Look at this. You spent a few hours out in the sun, all of a sudden you can relate to the blacks.
No, I can't. I got up early. See, that's another one of those stereotype jokes.
Wow. Man just admitted he would have sex with a black girl.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get that done for
I think everybody
years.
knows I would have banged Francine years ago.
Yeah.
She kind of,
But she was, what? She used to tell us. What kind of black was she again?
What? She was a Tutsi.
A Tutsi.
She was a Tutsi, so she was tall, got a little light skin.
She made fun of the other black girls for not being Tutsis.
For being the fucking, what's the other one that they had in Rwanda? The Tutsi and the fucking...
John Chiato?
There's like 9 jokes that just came out that you don't want to say.
No. The Hutu. Right. Tutsi and the Hutu.
What about
the Janjaweed?
One more. What about a Helen Mirren situation?
Get the fuck out of How does any guy look at that old bat and think,
let's get a
I'm going to say that just sounds like an old lady name.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a scenario
We're playing
going.
cards over
You
Helen's
better come
tonight.
up with a good scenario.
Who's Helen
'Cause I ain't
Mirren?
touching that fucking... You know she just smells like baby powder and grandma.
No, she's hot, man.
She smells like a ghost.
No.
She's kind of hot, right, Joe?
I
love her.
I think when guys your age are a little too into way older women, there's some kind of fucking issue there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're clean as a whistle sitting over there.
No, believe me. I realize
issue-free.
my issues are my issues. But
No, he has very mainstream issues. He's an older guy who wants to bang younger women.
Yeah, wow.
Rather than you just think
Not
about
wants
it.
to.
Yeah,
Bought a big house so he could.
Right. Look, I have no delusions, believe me. If I was knocking tin, I'd be with Helen Mirren. I know what this gig has gotten me. It's amazing.
I know all my MILF issues come from, I'm obsessed with MILFs. I know it all probably stems from the adoption and abandonment and all
It
that
has
stuff.
to,
I
right?
don't doubt it.
But how does that translate into something sexual? That seems sick.
I just...
Wait, I want to go...
He's sitting there banging children.
I want to...
I know.
Yeah.
Anthony bought a 10-room
can I tell you
house.
something, dude? At your age, a girl 21 is a child. What do you talk about?
He has to have a room full of dolls.
I just watched a room full of dolls.
He does.
Go in there
He
and
gives him
play.
a stuffed animal at the end of the night.
He has to fuck him in a crib.
Jesus.
Big crib.
It's a big crib. Like a regular sized person.
They're
crib.
all legal. They've all been legal. I swear.
They come, they go,
That's going to be Anthony when he represents himself in his children. Just says he's going to be knocking on that big legal
They've
table.
all been legal.
Yeah, because no lawyer
The jury's
will help
just going
him
to be
out.
looking like, oh, God.
Got to represent himself.
Oh,
Don't you think what you
fucking-
did that night was a little disgusting? Objection! They've all been
Objection, Your
legal.
Honor.
I want to go back to Joe, the oldest girl, with this MILF thing you have going. How old were you and how old was she?
The biggest age gap I think I ever. Well, here's the two, and I got to do the math. But the two biggest age gaps I ever had was when I was 21. I lost my virginity very late, obviously, at 21 to like a 37-year-old woman. But then when I was in my late 20s, I made out with and fingered over the pants a 60-year-old woman in a bar. She was hot, though.
I love how we all end our horrible stories with, but she was hot,
I
man.
paid a 78-year-old lady to fucking play with my asshole and jerk me off.
No,
I
you
gave her
didn't.
120. Fuck you, I didn't.
78? No,
West,
you didn't.
West Hollywood, up the street from Whiskey a Go-Go.
Really?
78.
Swear to God, dude.
Was she an old
into this-
hooker?
I was into this mature massage.
Mature is one thing.
How do you know she was 78? Did you look at her
Because
driver's
You
license?
had to know,
She had a
right?
hack
She had
license
that
hanging up.
Amelia Earhart headshot.
Miss Crabtree hairdo.
I got into mature massage because it was cheaper. It was like, they were like $100.
That tells you right there my side of the story.
And I went.
Why is it cheaper?
It's cheaper because they're fucking 80.
Thank you.
I went up.
Know what
She had
a
to be like
young Thai boy
She might have
costs?
been older. She had.
She has a loose lip sink ships tattoo on her forearm. Yeah, I like Ike.
Paid her in war bonds.
She couldn't give me.
You knew she was going to be in her 70s when you showed up?
I didn't know because her face was phased out on the website.
What age
But
does the mature massage start at?
It should start around 40.
Yeah.
40, and they're usually a little chunky, but they're very nice. They give you like 2 hours, very cheap. They give you. One lady used to fucking.
Did she fall asleep at any point during this?
But this lady, her knuckles were. She had arthritis in her
Of
knuckles.
course she did.
So she
Well,
couldn't
slow
give,
down.
she could only give me a massage like with a fucking
Fred
Claw
Sanford hand.
massage. Oh God! Would she have the big knuckles and the twisted fingers?
Yeah.
How do you know she was 78?
And the nightie didn't fit. She had a nightie
she had a
on.
nightie on?
But she had
78
the
is so
cotton,
old.
the
That's
cotton
crazy.
candy hair where it was like all burnt out from years of
That
dying.
puppet, they tease it up to try to cover up that they have like 8 strands per inch.
She had a bald spot in the back.
She had a picture of her with the not famous yet Elvis.
Was she into it, or did she have to?
my high school.
Was she into it, or did she have to just pay rent? And this is what she did.
She had to pay rent, I think.
She wasn't into it?
I mean, she had a little. It was right up on West Hollywood, up on the hills, right off the hills, and she had like a house with like a little elevator in it and shit. I think she probably had this house for years and couldn't pay for it anymore. Probably was a hottie patati back in the day.
Forget
back
about
in the 20s.
I bet if you IMDb'd her, she was like 5th lead in like Psycho. She almost made it.
Something.
So she got the house.
You know, Errol Flynn rode in this elevator. Yeah, really?
When did
Jerk
you-
me off, Grandma?
Did you know she was really old before you showed up?
No, I thought.
So when you showed up, you said, "What the hell?" Anyway.
I was there, and then I felt bad. I just felt bad, like she was this fucking poor lady's doing it. And I remember she took my hand, but she couldn't hold it, like I had to hold like a knuckle.
Oh, my hand.
And
What
then-
did she? What did she want? What was the sexual thing she did to you?
It's a massage with a little hand job. She had like fucking 90 cats too. They were just looking at me disgusted.
Oh, great, crazy cat lady.
And then there was a prostate massage supposedly in it, but she was giving me the hand job.
Suppose what?
Wait.
Supposedly.
Oh no.
Supposedly.
In the,
Supposedly.
she so at the end she's
Supposedly.
giving me the hand job, and I went, "Excuse me, I'm just asking." In the ad, it said there's a prostate massage included.
In the ad, what are you clipping it out?
Picture this old lady with her finger up some guy's ass.
She goes like this.
We'll take any competitor's coupon.
He's gonna call the Better Business Bureau.
She goes,
Excuse me.
She goes, "Do you want that?" I go, "I mean, if it's included, yeah, I'll take it." So she snapped another glove on, real angry.
Oh, that giant fucking arthritic knuckle trying to get through.
I think
past your
I thought
asshole.
you were talking about my asshole. That giant asshole.
Why? He literally.
Cured her arthritis.
I've known him for 8 years. And I still haven't heard all the stories.
No.
He's like William Randolph Hearst, just fucking skeletons in the closet.
More stories come out.
Jesus Christ.
78.
How was the prostate massage?
It was nice because she only could use a knuckle. She couldn't use her finger. I don't like the finger in there.
Yeah.
So she just rubbed it with her fucking
arthritic knuckle.
fat knuckle.
That was
I like
great.
a fucking.
You like a
I like
finger in your
getting
ass?
fingered.
What?
Yeah,
Joe.
I do.
Really?
I don't like
How
that.
deep?
This chick in Traverse City, Michigan, fingered my asshole so hard, my asshole literally hurt for a week from it. I swear to God, she was in there, man.
Really?
I was wasted.
I don't like that.
Did she fuck it up with her long nail?
No, she didn't really have nails. So not long ones.
So she was prepared to do this to somebody that night.
She was prepared. Then the next morning she got up and she goes, "I
She's a
gotta go."
mechanic.
She goes, "I gotta go pick up my kids." And I was like, "Oh boy, if they only knew it was on your hands."
Bobby, 78.
70. He just had a fucking fist in his asshole.
A finger.
Hey,
Don't get gross.
Worse
I move
Worst
my hips
line.
around like a hula dancer trying to keep a finger from getting over there. Like if I feel a finger starting to go into that area,
Really?
I'm I'm hip, I'm moving, I'm hip checking. I'm doing everything to let her know, no.
I like it.
No.
Scratch those roids for me.
Oh, God.
Hey, worst like line a girl said as she left that just made you cringe and feel like a piece of shit. I got one.
Yeah.
Calling
I
the
got one.
police.
Sorry about the blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fucked this chick in my roommate's bed. I had this gay roommate, but he had TV. He was the only one who had TV in the house. So I took her in there. We were watching TV. We wound up fucking, and then her pussy died. I don't know. She didn't have a period. Something happened to her pussy. I hit a cyst. I don't know. I popped something up.
Oh, shit.
I killed something. And the whole bed was covered in blood. You know when you're fucking and you feel blood? It's that different
Period
wetness.
blood is different.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a dry. It's
Yeah, you're
wet
like,
and
wait a
then
minute, what's
dry.
going on here?
It's a dry wetness.
I turned on the fucking lights. I panicked because my roommate's fucking. He was gay.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know.
Did he yell like Waltz did in The Godfather when he pulled the sheets down?
Oh, somebody was trying to send Balby a message to her pussy.
So, yeah, I had to do the sheets. This poor girl, she goes, I don't know. I go, you on your period? She's like, no. She was trying to figure out what happened to her pussy.
Oh, man.
and
Would
then
you scratch it?
She helped.
When you fingered her, maybe you hooked a hangnail or something?
I have no idea. She helped me wash the sheets because I didn't know how to fucking get blood out of anything. And
Bobby probably had a cock ring attached to a wallet chain. He was always over-accessorizing.
Went to fucking Hot Topics.
When I first met him, he had a purse, and he was telling me how he could get away with it because we were looking at it going, what the fuck? No, dude, it's like European, dude. You're like, Bobby, it's a fucking purse.
You know, when you can put everything in your pocket, why do you got to do that? When you can, boom, you got everything you need.
You whip this out, you flap it open.
All you
Supposedly the guys in Europe got them.
all you faggots have them now.
All you faggots.
All you faggots have your iPads in them. And I don't even use one anymore. Yeah.
I had a girl.
No, Joe. Before you
sorry.
start with another girl, I want to know about the 60-year-old broad in the bar.
I met her at Caroline's, man. I met her at Caroline's. She was with a group. They were stewardesses, and she was with a group of young girls.
With what, Piedmont Airlines?
Eastern Airlines.
I got to catch my DC-3 back to
Pan Am.
And knowing she's a stewardess makes it not as bad, by the way.
Well,
a 60-year-old stewardess not as bad.
And you know
Oh
the
my
funny
God,
part,
the
dude?
varicose veins from standing on your feet all day.
Good point.
And that
the change of pressure all
that
the time.
altitude, yeah.
Oh, she's got
right, good
blood
point.
clots all the way up to her knees.
Fucked it with nylons.
These planes are swell. They don't go down like the Titanic did. so yeah, she was a steward.
What was her line? Coffee, tea, or me?
She
23 skidoo.
she was hanging out with all these younger. She worked with all the girls. She was with all the girls she worked with, and they were all in their 20s. And she was. And I
At
swear
what
to
point
God,
did you know you were in like Flynn?
Errol Flynn.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. No, I had to.
When did you realize all the 20-year-olds didn't want you and you had to go for the 60-year-old?
This is the fucked
Hi,
up
I'm
part.
Joe.
Yeah. When I said thank you, good night at the end of my set, I knew that I was out. No, this is the fucked up part. To Anthony's point about me having a problem, I had to I was so locked on her and not on the 23-year-old that she was like almost being like, what the fuck's wrong with you? There's like 20.
Hey, what are you doing?
2-year-old pussy around you. Why are you coming in? And I had to literally convince her to hook up with me because I was like, I want to fucking hook up with this 60-year-old, man. I was really, really fucking into it, you know?
Sometimes there is the sure thing bet. You bet the favorite. You know, the 20-year-olds are the long shots at the track. You don't want to invest your money or your time.
Yeah, safe investment.
Yeah, you went with the favorite.
I'm
she
a
was
clear,
way ahead.
you didn't get a believer in that. I always go for the goofy face, hot body. If there's a room full of smoking chicks,
That's a good combo.
Half in 23 and 5, they round the far turn. Here comes the 60-year-old bag. Down the stretch. She's ahead by 12 lengths. Joe DeRosa wins.
You didn't get much from her,
exactly
Joe.
what it is.
No, we made out in the bar, and then I was rubbing her vagina over her pants.
What was left of it?
Yeah, through
She had really
three
firm
pairs of
tits.
nylon.
Nylons that she got from some guy that came back from France.
Yeah, look like Ben
They're actually
Franklin's head.
Her boobs were really firm.
That was breast cancer.
Oh, God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. God forbid.
That's brutal.
God forbid.
That's just really disgusting. I liked older women when I was young, and old to me was 35. And then when I got to be 35,
Yeah, now
I
older
started
women
to
are
like,
too,
yeah, now I started to
I
go
just
down.
keep
gotta go
edging
the
them
other
up.
way. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Higher, higher, higher.
I get mad now when
They're
I
like
watch.
card sharks. All
Yeah,
of it
yeah.
higher.
Higher. Another good point. You're a MILF guy.
Yeah.
How old are you about?
33 now.
So how old will you go to keep the MILF thing going?
If I watch a little MILF porn now, I'll go up to 60s. If they're hot, like hot 60s.
Wow,
But
really?
Chicks in their 60s can be hot now.
Don't say chick in their 60s, by the way. It doesn't work.
That's a
Bird.
A woman.
A bird in her 60s. A broad in her
Once a
60s.
girl becomes, I think once a girl really hits the 30s,
Joe's lady
the
friend.
chick thing goes away.
Listen, once
A
a
lady friend.
Joe's lady friend.
She calls you my gentleman visitor.
yeah.
And my lady friend.
Joe,
can
bought
we-
her a brooch for Christmas.
A brooch. A hat pin.
Oh, my God.
Can we get some 60-year-olds in here and you pick one?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I
You would
do
really
that.
you'd really do
I
that?
would do that in a second. Are you
I
kidding?
wouldn't fuck a 60-year-old.
I'm getting
I wouldn't
excited.
fuck. I would let her jerk me off.
Yeah?
And let me cumsies. But there's something about an old vagina. Something happens to the vagina, like the outer rim of vagina.
Yes,
the
yes.
lips get like.
Well, it's gravity.
It's kind of like the fat on a steak.
It's like
It gets a little hot, like it starts to die. Or
It's
gets a little
necrotizing.
hard. Yeah, the pink is in there.
You ever been to the Grand Canyon? It's like the rim of the Grand
Yeah,
Canyon. It
yeah.
starts collapsing.
It's all dry.
time.
Shit starts.
Gravity does start, weighing on the parts and pulling them down.
Yeah. You ever
so
have,
you
like-
can't have like a prolapsed
You ever
vagina.
have squid?
What?
You ever have squid, like calamari?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the sautéed version, but the squid is too big and hard. It's like that.
It's not tender.
I'm just
It's not
picturing
juicy.
like the picture of all the kids she's had. They're all in like their 50s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
Of
was
all
in,
the photos
he was
on
in
the wall.
plastics. He got in the ground floor of plastics. That's where he made his money.
There's Bobby. Lost him in the war.
As you're walking through the hallway to her bedroom, are there just those
Vietnam, no,
collage
Korea.
pictures? All black and white photos of her in Lederhosen.
We got to get some 60-year-olds in here for Joe DeRosa.
I would do that.
How do we do
literally in a
that? Because
second.
we don't have that type of audience.
60-year-old women is a little out of our demo.
So maybe we could get some grandmas, some of the listeners' grandmas in here or something.
They got to
Yeah.
be hot grandmoms, though. Like, I'm
We
not
had
gonna-
how old was
Hot
that stripper,
grandma.
Ant? That
Which
came
one?
in at NEW.
Oh shit! I don't.
We had a
even
stripper that
remember
came in. She was in her. Listeners will help us out with everything. They know all this shit. I think early 70s.
Oh, you could see every fucking vein in her tit. She looked like that Visible Woman's
Right.
model when you were a kid.
We brought her
Does
to
she-
one of our
see her
road shows.
nervous
She was
system?
a hit.
Does she dance to like hip hop, or does she just keep it old school?
Yeah, that's the rug act. And then she gets up, dances fast.
Yeah, she probably go and take it through 7 decades of stripping. Full time travel.
She does a fan dance.
It's like a ride at Disney World. It's a Disney World ride. She goes,
5'2", eyes are blue, but what those 5 foot could do? Has anybody seen my gal?
You can sacrifice yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Helen. Here she comes, beautiful. You may have seen her at the USO tour for our boys over in Tunisia.
Within the 20s before it was unacceptable. She's a bad girl. She's a card-carrying member of the Communist Party.
God, she that's hot.
She's a little intellectual. She likes to discuss politics.
Yes, an intellectual. She has her own ideas. She's actually been seen smoking cigarettes and wanting to vote.
oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Like Little Rascals teachers and parents.
How bad was the 7-year? I mean, let me ask you, because you're going to say she was decrepit. And
She wasn't bad.
like hot for 70.
You got to remember, she was probably 71, 72, I would guess. Did anybody come up with the answer, Ant?
Oh,
How old she was? It was NEW.
How old was she, and what was her name? Does anyone know?
I know we have pictures that used to be on a website. We should find those pictures today, E-Rock, if you got them.
She was
Joe, when
back
you were with that girl, did you, and she wanted to put some music on? Did you, she turned on like an old record player with like a '78 of the Andrews Sisters?
Yeah,
my baby's a boogie woogie bugle boy, accompanied.
Did you? Let me crank it up first, and then we'll get some tunes going.
Did you answer?
Cracks your dick like that.
It had a bird on it.
Did you answer the question why she didn't go all the way with you?
I tried to get her to take me back to the hotel or bring her. I don't remember which, or bring her back or whatever it was. And
She's probably sharing a room with somebody.
She wouldn't do it. She was like, no, not this time. And then she came back.
Probably won't be a next time. You
saw her a second time?
Well, she came back and called me like a year later, and then by that point I was like, I'm not into this. I can't do this.
Oh yeah, she's so old now.
Did an fucking menopause was over.
Did an operator connector? Pennsylvania 69000.
Oh my God.
A telegram.
That's right.
Operator, get me Klondike 59625.
No, it's Klondike. What the hell's wrong with you?
Klondike.
Joe, I figured we could go to Coney Island.
Yes, connect me with Bensonhurst 79326.
Was there only 4 numbers back then? You knew that too, right?
Of course, it was just like, well, you didn't have to put in anything.
Yeah, she showed up. She showed up like a year later, and she called me. And she goes, "Hey, I'm in town." And I said, I can't really hang out tonight, and I kind of dodged her. And then she showed
Came
up
to town by train.
Yeah, she yeah, by boat.
Ship.
Yeah, ship.
She had 14 big cases.
Big steamer trunk.
Hat boxes.
When she got in, she was on the bow of the ship going like this.
Waving a handkerchief
With the bird feather.
Statue of Liberty behind her.
Bird that's extinct. I'm with you, Bobby.
Immigrants crying all around her.
The war is over.
We get it. She's old.
Her dress kept dragging in the mud.
You're no gentleman.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, so she came back and then she found me. I dodged her, and then she showed up at my show, and I was hanging out in front with another comedian. And she walks up and she's like, "Hi, you didn't think I'd find you, did you?" Right? That's what she said.
I had a private eye.
And
Like film noir.
Who was the other comic?
It was Jay Okerson. You know Jay?
He wouldn't bust your balls, right?
No, I go, all right,
Probably
well,
wanted to double team her.
yeah.
Dude, you get her over, I'll fuck her in the ass.
Shit.
And he didn't know the story, and I go, all right, well, I'll see you inside. And she went inside the club, and I just turned to Jay and I go, I made out with that chick last year, and we just started laughing.
Did you feel anything when you were massaging her vagina? Any warmth? Any moisture?
Calcium deposits. Yeah.
It felt like a trampoline in the rain.
Because there is, a moisture issue when they get older, I think, right?
No, I think it dries up like a
That's what I
fossil.
mean.
Oh,
A
the
moisture
other way.
issue, like the other way around. Yeah, it dries up a little bit.
It's
Like the plains of the Serengeti.
Yeah, no,
It's like that piece of tire on the highway you run over?
The old piece of retread that came off.
Came off a truck. It's like that. It's all wrinkled.
I got a
dry.
buddy that's so disgusted by anything over 35. You'll see like a hot 36-year-old. You go, look at that chick. She's hot. And he goes, please, I'd rather drag my dick along these rocks. Fucking cunt will be drier than that fucking bed of sand over there.
At 36.
Oh, dude, he's brutal.
36 isn't old.
No, that's not. Even I say that's not old, and I'm fucking crazy for like, I had to actually go on a website and check state laws. I've
When you're on vacation so you don't get
actually
arrested?
had to like go, okay, now I can pick her up. I can drive her to New York.
Oh,
She's not allowed to be barefoot.
I can't fuck her in her home state.
Yeah.
Anthony has to fuck in a tunnel.
There was actually a time where I was able to I could have sex with a girl, but I couldn't show her any pornography on the internet.
Oh,
that was
Jesus
illegal.
Christ.
But he researched
Which is fucked up.
He researched all that.
Which if you ask me, is one of the most fucked up laws ever. You could have sex, but you can't let them see a picture of a naked person or take a picture of them.
Oh, the hypocrisy.
It really is.
What happens if you fuck in a mirror?
Yeah, I know, right? Look, she's seeing it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a quandary.
But they will not see me. The perfect crime. No reflection from me because I am a ghoul.
Jesus Christ! Once you're taking girls over state, once you're committing the man act.
That's
to
a
get
man
laid.
act.
Yeah, just
knocking down mailboxes, driving through people's backyards.
That's the
got
man
a girl
act.
in the car. That's a man act.
Ever smoking the man?
Yeah,
Transport
that's
over
a man
state lines. That's the man act.
That's a man act.
That's kidnapping.
Kidnapping the baby.
Greatest movie ever.
Yeah, fucking insane. The man act.
With that, we're
Thank you, nice lady.
We're going to take a break. Officially welcome Joe DeRosa, Bob Kelly, and, of course, Bill Burr to the show today.
Yes, cheat.
We're going to talk about cheatthemovie.com after the break and some other things, right?
Absolutely.
But we have to take a break because we have Mother's Day reads and all that crap.
Oh, that's good
Which I
after
think
that
is fitting.
conversation. Yeah,
Joe, you ever hook up with a chick who had polio as a child?
Joe hooked up with a chick, and she paid for dinner with beads.
Oh,
it's old.
Trying to get rid of me?
Yes.
What are you doing? What's the sign language?
Ed.
He's our producer.
And he decides when a guest is getting a little too boring, and that was the sign that
What the
that he usually gives. And
More
what's the problem?
disrespect to
We're
Ed
having- we're having a good interview with Ed Asner.
I can tell you, Anthony, that's the last time I'll ever be on your show.
No, that was yeah.
I've suffered your insults enough. I certainly wouldn't come back again. I'll be glad to talk to you about the Columbia
I would love to talk to you
documentary
about
some
that.
other time
That
when
was
he's not
fascinating.
around.
Can I talk to you, Ed? I'm a big fan. I love you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But be sure that he's not in.
I know he does this all the time. I'm a big fan. We're very happy to have you on the show.
He's a destroyer.
He's a destroyer.
Destroyer.
He's like Gordon Gekko. He builds
Yeah,
nothing. He
yeah.
liquidates. He's filthy.
Yeah. He's greasy.
Yes, he is.
I don't want to
swarthy.
smell his shorts.
He's a Sven In quotes, I don't want to smell his shorts. Ed Asner.
Bravo.
The great Ed Asner.
Great Ed Asner.
Thank you, sir. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much. You're a destroyer. He called you a destroyer.
Wait till Anthony hears this on the replay.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Hey, Jimmy, get back here, man. I start sweating. Ed, no, come on, give me a handshake, please.
Fuck you, he said. No, fuck you. Dude, Ed Asner just said fuck you. Oh, that's phenomenal.
The virus. Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Like a romantic comedy now.
Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, Bob Kelly. You might hear in the background Bill Burr saying, talking about his movie Cheat, cheatthemovie.com. Playing tonight all over the place. Well, tonight at the Clearview Cinemas, Chelsea 4. Can they just go to cheatthemovie.com for movie time?
I think they're sold out, except for Thursday.
I think every
they're all
showing,
sold out.
every showing except for tomorrow, I believe he showed up. But if you go to TribecaFilm.com and then search cheat,
What? Why only 15 minutes?
it's a short film.
It's short.
That's a short.
Hence the name.
So we don't have
short.
we don't have
Short
a million to
film.
make a long.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, this is how you get in.
we had
You make a
we had
short one
50
in the
minutes.
door.
All
We
right,
had
calm
15
down.
minutes worth of
It's
money.
that's a good question. I was talking to Ann about this. Could this possibly lead to a longer version of this film?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lot of films have done
Like
like
Sling Blade.
I heard Meet the Parents was like that. They guy made a short one, they liked it, and then turned it into a long movie, and then attached a bunch of
Well, actually, the Fockers, Meet the Fockers, was actually a short in
That's what he
Tribeca.
just said.
Yeah.
He just
started
said
with
the whole
meet
thing.
the
You
Parents.
said Meet the Parents, right?
which was the
Yeah, well,
first
that's
one.
the first one.
Oh,
Yeah, they didn't start with the third
Oh, you
movie
guys
of the trilogy.
You guys could have corrected me when I told you that fucking 2 days ago.
It's just fun hearing you say shit wrong.
I hate that. I'm the one who told him that. He just fucking threw it off as his knowledge.
Yeah, but
he
you
didn't
fucked
tell-
up because you didn't listen to what he just said.
Yeah, but he didn't tell me I
Why are you
sucked
blaming
2
me,
days ago.
Bob?
I'm fucking
You should have
using that
jumped
story
right in
to
from the
literally-
beginning and said Meet the Parents. You said Meet the Bob. You said the wrong thing. We
You're
all do it
absolutely right.
sometimes.
And you
That's
literally
right.
said it right after he said it.
I can't
showing that
defend
you weren't
myself.
listening at all.
Absolutely. I'm a fucking...
Good buzz in the movie, though, huh?
Fucking doomy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. You know, we have a feature length script based on this written already, basically. So we're hoping to try to sell it.
Because that's what everybody told us. That you're going to go there, and if people like it, they don't just go, "Oh, that was great." They go, "We loved it. What else you got?" So we got.
And then you got to have something to
then you gotta
hand
be
them
like,
right away.
bam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people are liking this, right?
So far.
Joe went to the first one on Saturday night. We weren't there. We were on the road, but he was at the premiere on Saturday.
Yeah, I was at the premiere of our first movie we ever did at De Niro's Festival. These fucking guys were in Poughkeepsie.
Why would you go to that?
Yeah, wouldn't you just blow the gig
First of all,
off?
because we could get gigs.
Oh, CJ.
Damn.
We had to pay called mortgages.
Yeah, and also, my gigs, I already sold all the fucking tickets.
I know, it's just he's just making a joke.
Such a cunt.
Yeah, I was just making
a joke. He always tries to make himself like he's more responsible. You probably fingered an 80-year-old when you should have been talking to a producer, you creep.
Oh, they got you, Joe.
They got me.
What's the gist? What's the gist of the movie?
We can't say too much
Because there's a left
15 minutes.
Well, there's a left turn. We want to give it away, but it's basically three pieces of shit get together to combine their piece of shitness to try to accomplish a goal.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull off the perfect heist.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's
and there's a character named Doc. There's a time machine made out of a DeLorean.
That's cool.
The guy goes back. There's a lot of cool
it's
shit
definitely.
going on.
It starts off. You think it's a serious movie, then there's a left turn, then it.
Yeah, and it's 3D.
Are you?
Oh, wow, that's
You were at the
nice.
premiere?
Yes, I went.
Were you sitting in the audience when they were showing this thing?
Yeah.
And?
It killed. It was great. I was really actually, I don't want to say surprised, like I didn't believe in the movie, but I was surprised at how good of a reaction it got. I was really, really excited about it.
I couldn't have,
Really
dude. Even
excited.
if I was there, I couldn't have sat. Just the level of powerlessness. Because as a comedian, if it's not going well, you couldn't just. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like blame the crowd.
Right,
But the
right.
film is just done.
It's there.
And if it's bombing, there's
can't
just
adjust
nothing
it
you
at
can do
all.
but slide under your
Bill just
seat.
runs up to the screen. Hey, motherfuckers! Fuck you!
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
I did Dane. We did the 8 Guys premiere, and he showed a animation that he did before the actually 8 Guys. It fucking tanked.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing worse than being in a room full of fucking no laughs.
Oh my God.
Just this and watching a cartoon at that.
Good thing you could dab his eyes with $100 bills, huh? Get it?
I was nervous.
Find him.
Oh shit!
Wow. Wow.
He's found most of it, hasn't he?
Oh boy!
He's talked about it on the show. Why are you looking at me?
I didn't even get that for half a second.
Yeah.
I just, you don't get a joke. You just look around trying to read people's
Go, wait,
face.
wait, what did that
What was
mean?
the subtext?
A little inside,
I was,
but some
Like a
people
deaf
know what that's
person at a
about.
comedy show.
So you guys might have something here.
We'll see what happens. We'll see. We're hoping for the best, but you don't want to get your hopes too high up.
Because what do you do with this film if it doesn't become a longer feature?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
That's a cold
Throw it
bucket
up.
of water of reality.
Put it on
We're
a
still in
website
fantasy
somewhere.
land here.
Yeah.
Throw it up
But
on
isn't that a real
Facebook on
question?
Saturday when you're lonely. Hey, guys,
Yeah,
check out this.
Here's something that we thought would change our lives.
Oh, damn. Fucking 90 comments from shit dicks. Go fuck yourself.
You sucked. Yeah, all right.
You know what? I'm
thanks.
actually willing to
15
bet.
minutes.
I'm willing to
Fucking
bet.
assholes.
Even some of the bigger cunts that listen to this show will
Yeah.
actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job.
Yeah, we're going to send it to more festivals after this one, and you just hope that at one of these things something will happen.
But that's the reality. You really, it has to be longer for it to be successful for you guys, right?
Yeah, in all fairness, the short has opened other doors. It's like we wrote this book that
Yeah,
we
we
have
got a
coming
book deal
out
out of
that
it.
you guys were involved in for those interviews we did, and so that'll be coming out next year. So that was,
And you can get the movie will be in the back of the book. So
Yeah,
that's the way
so-
we're going
Really?
to get it. Yeah.
And it will be
there you
available
go.
and download for like iTunes. If you buy the book, you'll be able to get the
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
too.
So at the very least, we got that.
yeah, and also
Interactive.
too, like
Who came up with this idea?
with
Sheet.
with the story for the film.
Yeah.
It was basically a true thing that happened to me, and Bobby and I were talking about it in the diner, and Bobby said, let's do this as the short film. Bill had the idea that we should do a short film, and then we were like, all right, let's think of something. And Bobby and I were talking in the diner one day, and I was telling him this jam I was in.
He was in.
And Bobby went, we should do this as our movie idea. And we called
There's
Bill.
an
He
old
was
woman
like,
involved.
yeah.
Great.
A couple old broads are involved.
Yeah.
You know.
Make out session with an old bag.
I've known about this movie for a while now, and I still don't know what the fuck it's about because of the left turn.
Well, you were going to come down on Saturday, right? You almost made it, but then because you forgot it was Easter weekend.
Yeah, which we thought was amazing. As a married man with a child, you had no idea it was Easter. That's amazing. That's amazing. You should have used a better one there.
Yeah, it's just, you didn't buy any
Is
candy.
this weekend Easter? I had no idea. He's probably standing there in a bunny rabbit suit. That's one of the worst excuses we got.
I've never supported you fuckers.
He can't even look at us. Look at us. He's looking away.
I wanted to
His
go.
wife is painting whiskers on his face with eyeliner.
I was trying to figure out how I could do that. Kind of had something else I had to do. I wanted to go.
Definitely, you've come out to all our shows.
Kill me with the jokes, but I did want to go.
But we do have to break your balls a little bit with that.
Is there another screening I could go to?
He's trying to move the ball forward.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's good.
You didn't even go to the premiere.
Huh? I don't need
That's
to.
a good point. You got a good point.
Wait, so why am I supposed to go if you weren't there?
Yeah, but I said I didn't go to the premiere because I have a gig in Milwaukee and Detroit. I didn't say I had no idea it was
I had a gig
major
in Philly with the fucking Easter
It
Bunny.
is hilarious. It is. Dude, I was going to visit you in the hospital, but I forgot till today it was my birthday. Yeah. I had no fucking idea. Ah, shit. Yeah, you know me, always forgetting stuff.
Sitting there with a party hat on, frosting on the side of his face. Yeah,
Wait, so Joe's the only one there, right?
Yes.
So you're busting my balls, but you weren't going to be there, and you weren't going to be there.
We couldn't.
We're not giving you shit for not being there. We're just saying you should have just said I can't make it.
Yeah, it's not like we did the movie premieres are at like from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. That would be a different story. Saturday night for you is pretty much a night off.
He was in Philly for Easter, is what he said.
I had to go down to Philly for Easter.
No, you could have supported us.
You didn't even support yourself.
Yeah, but your kid's not even going to remember the
Man, help me out. He didn't even support himself, and I'm supposed to go?
We're not going to get Anthony out of that
Yeah,
fucking
we don't have
house.
problems with Anthony. We knew he wasn't showing up.
We know.
Unless we had the premiere at like a Hooters.
Yeah.
We knew.
DVD, I'll watch it in my own theater.
Anthony,
I don't go out.
Anthony, the premiere is on the corner at the end of your block. All right, I'll be there.
All right. What time?
Mustang goes by.
Can I get a copy of the movie?
We have a link. We have a link you can watch it
A
on.
secret link?
Yeah, we sent it to Kenny
I'll
this
tweet
morning.
that shit.
No, don't do that.
joking.
Oh my
Jesus,
God!
relax, Joe.
Yeah,
Joe's
I
like,
don't
no,
trust him.
what the fuck,
I don't
Joe?
trust him.
Wait a
A
second,
man who
you're
pisses off Ed Asner. What are you, an idiot?
What?
Don't give these guys the movie on
I
any
didn't give
level.
him anything
these
yet.
fucking
Hey, why
guys,
do I get? Why
what
did you say these guys though?
He
You guys.
want a
I
link.
would just watch it at home and
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
you
oh,
can give
cool.
Anthony the link on Monday, but you can't give it to him on Friday.
I might get drunk.
Yeah, you get shit-faced.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Live from the compound!
Hey, let's just watch the movie right here.
The whole
Fuck
movie,
it.
commentating on it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna put it up on the internet anyway.
You know how the internet is.
When's
Might as well do
Whatever.
it first.
Yeah.
When's the book coming out?
Not till next year. It'll hopefully be out February or March of 2012.
Yeah, we just turned it
Takes
the first
forever,
draft.
man.
And what's the book about? Obviously cheating.
Well, no,
Yeah, we can't really. You know.
we can't talk about
The
it.
whole
what
thing
the
just.
fuck are you here for?
Wow. We'll promote the
Dude,
movie.
we just gave you an
Next year,
hour of fucking the Golden Girls. You don't want.
I want to promote your shit, but you're too vague.
They're being mysterious.
Very mysterious.
I think it's working.
This left turn must be a hell of a left.
Well, no, we're going the exact opposite of like. Remember the Speed 2 trailer? Where it's like, you know, if we got to keep this boat at 60 knots or we all die. And then they show them running around the island. They showed you right through halfway the third act.
So obviously they didn't die.
So, yeah.
They're
so
on
the
the
joke
island.
I've been using, the way we're describing it, somewhere between our promotional, somewhere between Speed 2 and like the Crying Game.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little bit of it, but then when I can't give away the twist.
With 15 minutes, it's very hard to give a little synopsis of the movie without ruining the movie.
Yeah, like people giving us shit. The trailer's too short. It's like it's a 15-minute fucking movie.
And we can't show you shit in the trailer because then you'll fucking. We don't want you to ruin the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And all these guys who give a
Getcha.
shit about this, once they see the movie, they'll get why you can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But we were going to the party. The
Fair enough,
parties
sir.
are fucking great. Me and him went to the opening last week. Fucking. It was crazy. Like
Scorsese.
3,000 people there, outdoors. Yeah, Leary was there.
Scorsese was there.
And what's her name?
Elton John.
Elton John was there.
How do you get a movie? So you make the movie and then how does it become part of the film festival?
Submit it.
You know,
You submit it and then
with 9
so who
zillion
got
other
the,
people.
so who got the call that we accepted your film?
This is the story. We were.
I think that's kind of cool.
We were trying to submit it to festivals, but we're 3 lughead fucking comedians. We had no idea how to do it. We're missing deadlines left and right.
But you didn't even know. I'm joining everything on the internet, like all these fucking communities. I get shit email every day from Without a Box Festival.
But did you guys even know how to make a movie?
Well, we've
all fool around with a video camera, but did you know about lighting and all that
Joe
shit?
went to school for that shit.
Yeah.
Did you really, Joe?
I went for video production, and I wanted to be a director. And you know,
all of us.
yeah,
We all
I mean,
did
I don't
that.
know.
That was the easy way through college.
I knew how to nonlinear edit from school, and I knew how to work a camera. You know, lighting and stuff wasn't great, but that's a DP's job usually. So
Joe put together a good crew, though.
So you hired some good people that knew that shit.
Yeah,
Joe did a fucking crazy job directing this.
Yeah,
Really,
thank you.
When I watched it, I was like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah, this actually looks like a movie.
Oh, it looks real. Really?
yeah, I thought it was gonna look like a YouTube video, but when I watched it, I was like, oh shit! There's a lot of responsibility that's gonna come from this.
The first time I watched it, I literally had my thumb on the stop button. I was like, the first time I get douche chills, I'm shutting this off. And I was just like, fuck, this actually looks halfway decent.
Everybody watches the movie like this. Ready? At the end of it, they're like, that was really good. Like,
that's like a surprise. Like, wow, you guys didn't suck.
Hey, what happened there?
Yeah.
No,
it was good.
This guy, Andres Carew, who was our DP, really made it look beautiful, and also hired a great sound man, because that sound is so important, man. You know, you gotta have a guy that knows how to mic everything properly and have the backup. You
gotta pick up the words, Joe.
Oh, Bill, you gotta get the words of the meat.
It's gotta sound the same, you know.
But
you don't want the sound sounding different every. Levels all fucked up.
One of Joe's chicks just playing some fucking ragtime piano underneath it.
Ragtime.
So do 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 do.
Sounds like a speakeasy.
I just think it's a great story because I've known you guys for a while. I didn't know you as a filmmaker, and now all of a sudden you're in this fucking film festival, and there's a buzz on this thing.
Here's what it was our first time out of the gate doing any of this stuff. So obviously we're extremely honored and flattered to be part of this festival. So, but you know. Because it was our
fucking Oscar, all right?
We're extremely honored. I'd like to thank God.
I was waiting for some sort of evil to enter into this.
Let's not forget Haiti.
Imagine they're up for a short film.
Oh my God!
We'll never have you guys back.
No, it'll be over.
I just got nominated for an Emmy. For consideration. No, Louis,
yeah, but you got to pay for that, right?
I don't. FX is, and
yeah, you know, to win.
They sent me an email with for consideration for the Louis show, the episode of. They sent me. I called the lady. I go, are you fucking with me? But it wasn't. She didn't get that. I thought it was somebody really fucking with me.
Right.
But she was like, no, sir.
Which episode?
The Mother episode.
Yeah,
I found
that was a good episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, you know you have there's a submission fee.
Really?
One time I had a some stand-up thing. And they go, do you want it to be, maybe, I don't know if this was Emmys, do you want it to be considered for a such and such award? It's like, who doesn't want to win a fucking award? I'm like, absolutely. They go, okay, it's a $600 submission fee just so they'll watch it. I'm like, isn't that job? They're supposed to be watching
Yeah,
TV.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I went up
So
to,
I paid it.
How much do I
Of course I did.
How much do I pay to win, motherfucker?
I talked to Louis, though. I was like, hey, thanks for that. He was like, yeah. I mean, it's not going to happen, but you'll see your name.
Oh, shit.
Your name will be my name will be with all the other names that, you know, are going to be.
It's not going to happen. Yeah,
No,
just
there's
relax.
No, they're not going to have fucking bald, fat me. I know you guys don't know me, but thank you, Mom. It's not going to happen.
It's all bought and sold, Bob. It's a filthy business.
Filthy.
It's goddamn
Follow
town.
the money. Follow the money.
Bobby was fucking hilarious last night. We were at one of those parties for the festival. And it was just all the people trying to meet someone important, so there was nobody there who seemed like we could do anything.
That was important.
Oh, there probably was. We just had no idea how to meet. We were classic comedians. We just ended up sitting by ourselves in the corner,
Goofing on everybody.
No, actually just trashing each other, right? So at one point there was these two gay guys, in their 50s or something, wearing tight flannel shirts, and that song "Raspberry Beret" came on. And one of the guys was just starting to go all out dancing. I just look over at Bob. I go, dude, I'll give you $100 if you go over and start dancing with that guy. And Bob's eyebrows go through the ceiling. $100? And then he starts walking over, and I immediately know I'm going to lose $100, so my only desperation to try to get it back is like, it's got to be the whole song. Bob goes over there with such positive energy. The guy immediately starts dancing. He made the guy's night. Like, I still got it. And...
Oh, man.
And his boyfriend got jealous. Made like this candy face.
He was mad.
He started shit.
I got to tell you, it was fucking, I laughed my fucking ass. It was almost worth, it was like a good $70 laugh.
$70 laugh. So it still hurt, the extra $20.
After 8 seconds of dancing, I just reached for my wallet. I was like, you motherfucker.
I walked over. He was counting out the 20s. I grabbed him and walked out the fucking door.
But you got to know he would do shit like that, right?
No, I didn't. I thought he would draw the line at a festival that we were in. Not to do something like that. I thought there was enough.
That's still Bobby.
And he enjoyed it. That's what killed me. I wanted a level of awkwardness.
He was a good dancer.
Bob,
He was a good dancer.
dude, that guy loved you.
He was mimicking every dumb move I made. He was trying to do the eyes and the hands, and he would try to do it. He had a drink in one end. He was drunk.
He was so old, Bob was a hottie. He was flattered.
Yeah.
His little
It was like one of those equations we were throwing at you earlier.
Right, yeah.
Old guy with money or chunky young fella?
Bob was a chippy.
I'm a fetish.
Yeah. What was it like when they show it in the theater? Is it on film? Do they have some kind of video shit? What the fuck is it on?
No, it's on an iPhone. Everybody gets an iPhone.
Is that it? And everybody just watches it that way in the same room?
Fucking
It's like being in a museum.
No, really, it's on film.
It's a film festival.
Well, it's not. We didn't shoot on film.
We shot on video.
We shot in HD, and the projection is HD cam. It's HD transfer.
Well, that's exactly what I was asking. More of a technical
just giving
question.
you jokes because me and Bob couldn't answer that technical question.
Oh, is that it?
Hey, what are you, a fucking moron? It's on a thing.
Yeah, so of course it's on film. Meanwhile, it's not on film.
Can the average person festival?
90% of the short. We were in a thing with 7 other shorts. 90% of them were shot on HD.
Can you tell them?
And all that stuff.
Can you tell it's not film?
Not really.
These days, it's really cool.
In fact, the movie before us, they shot on film, and I thought it was video. And then the kid was saying, "Yeah, we shot on film," and everybody was going, dude, you're one of the guys keeping it real, you know?
Keeping it real, man.
But I couldn't tell.
Now you got to be really honest. So there was 7 of them?
Yeah.
Short films? Where does yours fall?
This is funny. When it started out, we were last. We went 8th out of 8. And when it started out, the first, 3 or 4 were so insanely shot. Like, they looked like IFC films, like camera going in and out of focus, all these metaphoric shots. It's all fucking heavy. They had actors in them that I recognized. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I've seen that motherfucker.
Did you ever see Copland?
Right?
Yeah. See Copland? Remember the paramedic guy when they make it look like Michael Rappaport kills himself and he throws the gun? Get the fuck out of here! That guy. He's in the first movie. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. The dad from License to Drive was in the 3rd movie. I'm like, fucking hey, they got the real actors.
Joe. Did one of them have special effects?
Yeah, one of them, the 5th movie, had real special effects in it that literally looked like Michael Bay.
This is why I didn't go. There's no fucking way I was going to go down there and be like, oh, Jesus, we are hacks.
And they were all like super dramatic, like slices of life, like fucking and I'm just sitting there like, oh, we're fucked, man. Nobody's going to want to see our horse shit. Nobody is going to want to see
shot
it.
Was done with roller skates.
Yeah, we need a dolly shot. Get a skateboard.
Get that Puerto Rican in the park. Get him over here.
And then, it just started to lighten up, man. They hit, the 6th movie. And it was like this thing about a guy's grandfather, and it was funny and charming, and people started laughing, and I was like, all right. And then the next movie was a flat-out comedy, and that got a lot of laughs. So now I'm nervous, like, fuck, I hope we get as much laughs as these guys got, you know? And then it came on, and it did great, and it killed. So I really felt like, I'm not going to sit here and go, we were the best. I don't think that. I just think that it held its ground for what it was, and I felt like it was unique for what it was. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard to judge because you made it. So it's hard to say, oh, it was the best one out of the lot, you know.
Well,
yeah, or the worst.
Or the worst, right? Right.
He's saying that because he doesn't want, if people are listening that are in the festival, he doesn't want to be, hey, our movie's the best.
Yeah,
movie.
ours the
but I'll
best.
Say it. Ours was the best.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
You weren't there.
Yeah,
you weren't there.
I know, that's why I can say it.
You can say it. Did you edit it or
I co-edited it with the DP, yeah.
Did you were you like going, yeah, motherfucker, man. Come on, leave that in, dick.
No, I had all final decision about shit like that, but he was the only one from the production that came with me to the premiere, and it was like, we were both laughing with relief when it started getting laughs in the theater.
Oh, cool.
And afterward, we were both, we both admitted to each other, like, I didn't know if this fucking thing was funny or not, man. Because you sit there editing it, and you're like, I don't know, I guess it's funny.
You've seen it too many times.
Yeah, so I remember
this sucks.
Brian Regan told me that about, did you ever see his DVD, I Walked on the Moon, the one he shot at the Improv? That's literally probably the funniest hour of stand-up I've ever seen in my life. Just gutturally the whole time. And when I met him, I go, Brian, that is one of the funniest hours. And he goes, I couldn't even look at that thing anymore. I didn't even know if it was funny by the time we were done cutting. I was like, you didn't know it was fun. Now I understand.
Yeah,
like,
shit
yeah,
just
you have no
becomes
idea.
like, I have no idea what this is. It's such a big pile of shit.
Yeah, so,
I don't know. It sucks.
So it was cool, man. And the festival reps that we've been dealing with that have been our points have been really enthusiastic about the movie. They like our sense of humor.
And like Ope was asking, how'd you know that you were in? They give you a little call and you go bullshit and.
What happened was we were failing miserably at submitting the film. This is what would happen. Bill would come over to the apartment and go, "Yeah, we should submit to Sundance, like we've been saying." I go, "Yeah, you're right. We got to get on that." All right, I'm gonna go in the bathroom. You check it. He'd go to the bathroom, and then he'd hear me go, "Fuck! We missed the fucking deadline."
Yeah. Did that happen? Like we were always like
every festival.
The Yukon Northwest Territories has a film festival. Well, let's submit to that, dude. We'll start at the North Pole and work our way down, trying to spin it positive. Shit.
But now
fucking deadlines
all the
at 3.
festivals are waiving the submission fee. They want us in it, so now it's a lot easier. You know, they just they get in touch with
I guess once you do Tribeca. So who calls? Does someone call you?
But Tribeca is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
so obviously you got it in time.
Yeah, no, we're still honestly dumbfounded that we were all sitting there last night. Can you fucking believe we're in this
How'd
thing?
that happen?
Yeah. Bobby,
go dance with a gay guy. That's a good career move. Here we go. Dude, that was hilarious.
Bobby and I have been working for management. We've been working with Leary's company, Apostle, and they called us once. This guy Jim Serpico over there. Yeah, you know Jim, right? Yeah. Jim called us and goes, "Do you guys want help submitting the film?" We're like, "Fuck yes, please." We don't know what we're doing. So they started sending it everywhere, and he called us one day, and he goes, "Do you guys want to submit to Tribeca?" And we're like, yeah, absolutely. And he goes, "Today's the last day. We got to get it in, so we'll do it." And he sent it in, and then we just kind of forgot about it. We weren't, because we didn't even think like it. And then he kept calling us every few weeks. They really like it, man. They really like it.
Yeah, and the thing is, they got like 3 women over there who once they select all the ones they can look at, each one of them watches 600 short films.
Jesus Christ.
And picks their top 20. And then they look at the other two's top 20, and then they decide from that. Yeah, dude, it's like March Madness to like the 9 millionth power.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so we were pretty like, all right, well, what are the odds of this? You know?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're just trying, just kind of put it out of our head, not getting too excited. And then one day I was in my apartment. It was fucking snowing, miserable, like middle of February.
Ah, he's painting a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Phone rings. I'm just in the apartment, depressed. The phone rings. Right? Jerk it off to GILF porn.
You have some lady baking bread in your kitchen.
Churning butter. Arthritic hands.
Knitting you a scarf.
Gladys, quit hacking. I got a call.
I made you an Afghan, Joseph.
Yeah, and the phone rings and
literally. It's old.
And yeah, I don't know. I didn't recognize the number. I pick up, and this lady says, my name is. This lady says, my name's Sharon. I work for the Tribeca Film Festival. I go, hey, Sharon, how you doing? And she goes, well, like that. And there was like this 1 second pause, and literally in that second, I'm like playing out the million different letdowns she's about to give me.
Right.
Thank you for submitting, but and she just goes, I'm calling to make your snowy day a little better. We'd love to invite you to the Tribeca. And I was like, holy shit.
I don't accept.
Yeah.
What's in it for me? Tootsie.
Yeah. Listen, broad.
Yeah. And then she goes, we'd like you to, if you don't have to do this, but we would really like you to world premiere your film here. with us. And it's like, what do you say? You go, of course, yeah. Absolutely, I'll do
I
it.
didn't realize how big it was, though, until we went to the first night. I thought it was just a little festival.
You've never heard of the Tribeca Film Festival?
I
before?
didn't say that. I didn't know how. I didn't know how. I didn't think it was as.
I didn't know it was going to be big.
Huge as it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
I mean, all the. I mean,
De Niro's involved.
Crazy.
That's all you need to know.
And I didn't know how they started it. They started it for September 11th to get people back down into Tribeca.
Is that how it started?
Yeah.
that's why they do
I
it.
never heard that story.
They wanted people to back into. I know.
Everybody
Yeah, you don't remember? You don't remember that whole thing?
Everybody knows why they
You
started
lived
the
in this
fest.
city, Bob.
Yeah,
It was like, and the whole thing was, yes.
I didn't know that.
When it first was pumped out, it was like,
Dude,
it was huge because it was like, wow, we're bringing people back.
Something happened 10 years ago, evidently. What was that date in
Bobby
September?
had some info that none of us knew.
It's called September 11th.
Oh, okay.
I was a little shocked. I wasn't keeping up on the fucking arts and leisure section.
Bobby thought they started it after the first World Trade Center attack.
That was good.
Commemorating sooty mouths.
I got to agree with you, though, dude. I didn't quite grasp the weight of it
Now you're going to
until...
agree with me? Go fuck yourself.
Even though it's called an Academy Award, they actually have a nickname for it called an Oscar. The first time this was used, evidently, was in the 1930s.
It got its name because back in 1946, Bogey shoved one of these up Greta Garbo's asshole, and she shit, and that was called having an Oscar.
Oh, Bobby. We didn't know.
I didn't think it was as big as it is. Like it's fucking like these parties you go to. Like the first one we went to was fucking incredible. And I mean, I'm white trash, dude. I shouldn't be there. We're behind this section. Free food, free drinks, and I'm trying to tip the. I keep trying to tip the guy. You know, I'm the guy that tips the toll guy because I feel bad. Hey,
You're trying to grease the waiter, thinking he's gonna get you to see a producer or something.
I just felt like a piece of shit, like I shouldn't be here. Just trying. And then a couple sat down. They've been going to the festival ever since it started. They're like total artsy Tribeca New Yorkers, and they sit down with me and Joe, and I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut so I don't fucking ruin
fuck anything up.
Yeah.
Did you talk to any important people?
I was at a luncheon yesterday, and De Niro was there, and I just couldn't walk up to the guy. People were walking up to him, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, that's a bad guy to walk up to.
He was texting us.
It's like, why?
But
trying to figure out what to do.
No, he's just going. He's 20 feet away.
I was telling Bill.
Hold on. What would you say to Bobby?
That's exactly why I didn't walk up to him.
But no, I told him what he should have said. He should have been going, "Come here, you."
Yeah.
Come here, you.
Come here, you.
No, you.
Oh, you're literally, you're literally sitting there looking at him, watching his hair morph in your head to all his famous characters. Yeah. You're like Travis Bickle, Raging Bull, Jimmy from the Goodfellas, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking walk up to the guy.
Did you almost?
No, I just, because here's what happened, man. We're at this luncheon.
What were you thinking you would say to him? I know there's something in your head.
I literally was going to just try to go, Mr. De Niro, thank you for having us at your festival. I really appreciate it.
See, that would have been perfect. That would have been good. That would have been perfect. All those movie lines, he would fucking roll his eyes.
many
It's
people.
because it's like, it's you being appreciative of the festival that he came up with, and you're involved in it, so you were thanking him, and then that's it.
There were so many people walking up to him. I was saying to Bill earlier.
Just be another dick. In the shower. Yeah. Just start banging. Jimmy! You know how uncomfortable he'd be?
I told Bill.
Walk away, have this guy removed.
I told Bill if we see him again, I want Bill to walk me up to him like when Paulie walks young Ray Liotta up to him at Goodfellas and go, what do you say? Thank you.
Thank you.
Keeps coming.
This is the kid Joe.
Don't ever rat on your friends.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. There were so many people walking up to him, and I'm just like, you know what?
That's pretty cool.
Let me just have
I
the
think you
moment
can
of
tell
saying
when
I saw
somebody
him and-
wants doesn't mind if you approach. And then when I'm not going to name the name, but I'm never doing it again. I was at some Christmas party, and there was somebody who I really liked. And, dude, he was standing behind like 40 tables with like 9 people around him. And I remember being drunk, trying to walk over to him, like thinking in my head, like, Jesus, is it ever more difficult to get to somebody? Not realizing in my head that there's a reason.
That was on purpose.
Yeah, and then I got over there and I reached out the music was way too loud. I reached out my hand to shake his hand, and he thought I was trying to tell him to get out of the way. So he sort of backed up and put his hands up like that. And I was like, no. I really was a big fan of your show. And he just looked at me no, the second he thought I was trying to get by him, I was like, I wish I never came over here. I should have just.
This is douchey.
Why won't you tell us who it is?
Yeah,
It
come
was
on.
Gary Shandling.
No.
Was it really?
Yeah, and I fucking loved the Larry Sanders Show,
Sure.
and I just had to tell him, and I just
Gary
could not
Shandling.
read the situation, dude. He was behind, like
He looks like such an unapproachable guy too. Just
Yeah,
regular.
yeah.
Even when he's doing a friendly interview, he looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I was
big
having a
wet
great
lips.
time at the party. It was so bad. I wanted to leave.
So when you walked away, was it really? Yeah, it was bad, huh?
I just thought he and all his crew were staring at the back of my head, going, "Who the fuck was? What the?
Yeah, who
How the
let
fuck
him
do you
through?
not know? I'm all the way over here. What do you got to do?" And not only that, it was sort of like a private part, like this thing.
Oh.
It was private, so douchebags like me weren't supposed to be there. But just in case they were, he was
Yeah.
already standing in the corner, and I still crawled over.
That shit happened to me with fucking Leary. Dennis Leary up in Boston.
Really?
Yeah.
Years ago, yeah.
Years ago, we were up in a bar. We were doing some
classic.
fucking gig or something up there.
It was part of Comics Come Home when, when it was really hot.
Comics Come
when
Home.
they were filming it every year.
And we were upstairs at the VIP section, and the show The Job had just come out, and my buddy Adam was in it. You know, so I talked to Adam, and he's like, "Yeah, when Dennis comes up later, I'll introduce you." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So I go to the bar to get a drink, and Dennis Leary walks right next to me to get a drink or whatever the fuck he's getting, and I'm like, fuck waiting for Adam. The guy's right next to me. I'll introduce myself.
Yeah, fuck having the smooth intro.
Right.
I just walk in like this.
I was like, Dennis Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. I'm friends with Adam Ferrari. Does The Job with you. Pleasure to meet you and stuff. He didn't look at me. He put his hand up. He goes, yeah, thanks. Could I have a? And then the bartender, he goes, and then I had to skulk away, and everybody was looking
Because we all watched this go down, and he has to now walk back to all of us, and we're just like,
and it was so embarrassing that when I turned around, they didn't even all start laughing. When I turned around, they all looked away and looked down like they weren't watching. It was that bad. Like, I actually got a little sympathy from these motherfuckers until, I walked over and then they started laughing at me.
beat him up.
But I was just like, motherfuckers. So then we finally got Dennis booked on the show. And I'm like, good, I'm going to lay into him and ask him what the fuck is his problem and everything. So I laid out the whole situation. And he goes, well, what do you want me to tell you? I'm a fucking asshole. And it's like, don't diffuse the situation like that. Now I have nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. You just agree with it.
Yeah, I'm a fucking asshole. Great. Yeah, I treat people like shit. Fuck you.
The hardest?
Great, thanks.
I got douched so hard one time when I was in college, okay? Chris Isaac had this album called Forever Blue, and the whole album documents...
story just
Chris Isaac.
The whole...
Chris,
I get shit on. I get shit on. I get shit on. Don't worry.
Chris
Don't worry.
Isaac.
He had this album called Forever Blue, and
You knew all the songs on it?
Was
I
the
loved
CD
it.
blue?
What was the?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
Forever.
What was the song that was the hit?
Baby did a bad thing, and
I remember
somebody's.
that one.
So anyway, listen.
No. What was it about, like Chris Isaac's music that just really you connected with?
The whole album documented this
You know
breakup.
this one?
Yeah, this is a great tune. This is
is
from Eyes Wide Shut. Baby did a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
It's a good tune.
I remember this.
You like this song? It's all right.
Oh, it's George Thorogood.
Very bad.
Maybe it's good. I don't know.
What? The story's more about how he dissed me, not about the music. But I feel like I'm going to keep getting smashed if I pursue.
I definitely want to hear it.
Joe, tell the story.
I want to hear it.
Wait, the vocals on this isn't bad. I want to beat him up, but
It's a fucking good tune.
all right, I'll check it out later on iTunes.
Well, we used to listen to this album in college.
What do we give? Thought we were gonna hear that. The whiny Chris Isaac.
We used to get drunk, and we'd come home from the bar and listen to this album, and we would be like, "Oh, it's so fucking great! It's such an amazing album." Blah 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 blah. Right? So I did this show with Dave Chappelle out in Boston, and I'm standing out in front of the hotel with Dave Chappelle smoking cigarettes, and this was the peak of the fucking Chappelle show we're outside, literally a tour bus screeches to a halt in front of us, and Chappelle goes, uh-oh, who's this? Guy gets off the bus, he goes, Dave, Chris Isaac's on the bus, he's a big fan, can he come say hi? Dave's like, yeah man, I like Chris Isaac, Guy walks back on the bus. I turn to Dave in the 30 seconds I have. I go, dude, Chris Isaac's got this album called Forever Blue. It changed my life. I love it so much. Oh my God. Dave goes, I'll introduce you. Chris Isaac comes off the bus. He's talking to Dave. He's fucking wide-eyed. He's so locked into Dave. Dave, I love you. You're hilarious. Dave goes, thanks, man, thanks. Listen, man, this is my opener, Joe DeRosa. Chris Isaac turns to me. I go, Chris, your album Forever Blue is so brilliant. It changed my life. He goes, yeah, thanks. Listen, Dave, and for fucking just literally 6 years I invested in this fucking album and just was like, yeah, kid.
I would bet a lot of money Dave Chappelle could name one of his songs.
Not that I know.
You know?
Chappelle kept going.
You were the real fan.
Chappelle kept going, I like your show on Showtime. That's what he kept talking about was his TV show. I was like, Christ. Just such a smack in the face.
Yeah. That's sad
that's that story.
Why did yeah, but why did the album change your life?
It did, because the
Did you ever have a song change your life, Ed?
No.
A fucking cartoon could have changed his life.
Why did it change your life, Joe?
The whole album documents a breakup from start. It starts with that song, and it just documents all the emotions of getting shit on and dropped by a chick that you're in love with. And it's just it's a brilliant concept album. There you go. Ahead.
I'm not doing anything. I'm listening to you. What's wrong with you?
Finger on the button, like it's the nuke button.
What?
Just
Okay, fuck it. What's next?
But continue. I'm sorry, Joe.
So, yeah, whole breakup, beginning to end, and...
You see what it is, guys.
Did you feel it was talking to you, man?
When I feel...
I like when a song talks.
He sounds like a 14-year-old. It changed my life.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Anthony's just, come on
to get him
come
back.
on in here.
What it is, guys, is
Wake up, change your life.
when I feel a man's penis go from soft to hard in my mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This album is the perfect accompaniment.
Playing in the background.
Yes. When I feel a man shoot his greasy load
So
into my rectum trap.
So a girl fucking broke your heart, and this is what got you through it, a Chris Isaacs?
No, as
album?
usual, I just live theoretically through movies and music, as Bobby makes fun of me for, and I just thought it was a great album. I was like, this is what it would be like.
He doesn't have life experiences,
Anytime
really?
Joe calls me up, I'll give him experience. I'll give him pep talks from my life.
Yeah.
Things I've lived through, experiences, people, places, things that I've to say. You call him up for advice. Dude, it's like in Pulp Fiction. You know, when fucking Marcel, what the fuck did you just
No,
tell
he does
me?
that. This is the Goodfellas situation where he doesn't have any, like, real life...
No, it's all from,
No real life experiences.
all from TV and movies.
This is like that Golden Girls episode where Blair says to Tootie or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's facts of life, for Christ's sakes, Bill.
Oh, he has
He's
a
the
Golden
cable
Girls
guy.
wallet.
Joe's the cable guy.
Yeah.
That's how much he's into
Golden
fucking
I
Girls.
love the Golden Girls. I think it's hilarious.
It was funny.
Chris Isaac, Golden Girls, flannels. What else you like?
You have a Golden Girls wallet?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Look at that.
I bought this in a
this
store.
item.
I walked out. I bought this in a store. I walked out with my buddy. I go, "What was the name of that store?" That was the gayest fucking store I was ever in my life. And he goes, "I don't know. I didn't see the name of it." I looked at my credit card statement. It was called Rainbows and Triangles. That's the name of the
shit.
store.
Pretty gay. What do you jerk off to those pictures?
Take it easy.
See, 'cause you like the old broads.
He does.
yeah,
no,
old
he,
broads
when he sets that thing down in the bar, some old bag knows she has a chance.
That's right.
That's porno to you,
you're
right?
into the Golden Girls?
That wallet talking to you, sweetheart.
Joe goes down there with his bomber jacket on.
Yeah.
What old celebrity?
Flying Tigers emblem on the
He
back.
has $5 bills, the big old ones from the Titanic.
Come on, let's go make out in Times Square.
Joe,
The war is over.
I'll dip you.
name some old broad celebrities that you think are hot.
Helen Mirren's top of the list.
Oh yeah, you see the mirror picture yet?
Who the fuck is that?
I've seen her naked in like she did a thing in like Vanity Fair.
Someone
recently
send
or
me the
something.
picture again,
Yeah.
please. We've been tweeting this off and on the last couple weeks. I'll show it to you. Somebody will send it.
Helen Mirren's right up there. Susan Sarandon. I'm a big fan of.
I'll tell you a good one. The girl,
Baby T.
who's the girl who did the lap dance in The Wrestler?
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah,
she's not old. She's like 40.
Yeah.
Dude, 40 used to
she's
be
not that
fucking
bad.
old.
She's not.
She's only
Yeah.
like 40, maybe
Dude, in the
45.
70s, in the 70s, you were fucking old. I'll give you a classic
were
example.
done. Is
that
how
her right
quick,
there?
how quick Lucille Ball got old.
Oh,
she didn't
wow.
look half bad in the Lucy show, and then that Mr. Moody, she comes in with a camel unfiltered voice.
Mr. Moody.
I saw Marissa
Face all
Tomei.
creased up.
I saw Marissa Tomei in a restaurant like 2 weeks ago. She is fucking beautiful.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
she's still beautiful.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is that, like, you know, there weren't 40-year-old pinups when I was growing up, Joe. Way back in the 70s.
It had to be Barbie Benton.
But Joe's in on in another.
Actually, back in the day, the pinups were older broads.
They weren't.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
All the fucking sexy
Like
broads.
who?
If you look at TV back in the day, it was all older broads.
No, everyone
didn't
just
have,
looked
like,
old
young-
back
Yeah,
then.
Farrah Fawcett,
right.
Charlie's
They-
Angels,
oh, the
Jamie
30s,
Summers.
40s.
No, they weren't.
I think you're right. Yeah.
they were all
Daisy
in their 30s
Duke.
and 40s. They had no 18-year-old fucking movie stars.
No, they were in
all-
their 20s.
No,
They were in their 20s. They
no,
just looked like
no.
shit.
They were in their for the 20s, but I think it was
Bobby,
like late 20s,
Bobby,
early
Charlie's
30s.
Farrah Fawcett was
I'm
the
talking,
number one.
I'm talking before that.
I think
I'm not
Farrah was-
talking
I
in
think
the
Farrah was
70s.
in her
I'm talking
30s.
Back in the way back in the day, it was
Farrah
all
was in
old.
her
Marilyn
30s.
Monroe, yeah, she was like 56.
She was like 30 something.
No, dude, Betty
No, at
Page.
the end of her life, she was.
Betty Page is the first pinup girl. She was like 23 or some shit.
Yeah.
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 You know, Bob, I love you to death, but you're way off. You're way off the mark
I think
here.
Anthony agrees with me.
No, I think he's right because a lot of these, like
Little bit,
Raquel
Bob.
Welch
A
and
lot,
stuff.
of, a lot of the bitches back in the day were the Heavy was big too. They were rounder. They weren't the fucking.
That's
Well,
that's
that, yeah,
true.
that was
Yeah,
a
but
look.
they were in their 20s.
All right, now go ahead, move on. I got something true. Go ahead.
I don't know if they're in their 20s.
No, I want to hear about the old broads Joe likes that we know.
Susan Sarandon. There, Goldie Hawn
Like
passed
Susan
the thing,
Sarandon?
but Goldie Hawn had a minute there in the late '90s where she was like right on the money, but she's
Really?
passed it out. Dude, Raquel Welch is still fucking banging.
She is.
Nah, the commercials she does,
still banging.
you know, like, but they do everything they can for those commercials.
That's fine.
Like she's going, you know, with a Foster Grant commercial.
Yeah,
and it's like if you take those clothes off, you know what that's going to look like.
Yeah, I know.
Broads and
What's
grumpy
the-
old men
Oh,
too.
Joe knows.
The two broads and grumpy old men.
knows.
too.
Joe knows.
Both-
The
you don't
smell
think
of
they're
Ben
hot?
Gay
What's
turns
their
him
name,
on.
Joe?
The old broads.
Grumpy old
Oh,
men
dude,
too.
Anne Margaret,
And the other one.
Sophia Loren.
All I think about is what that
Sophia
shit must
Yeah.
look like naked. I don't care what the fuck they look like with all their makeup on and their clothes and their hair and everything. You know what? Once they're standing there nude at the
Yeah.
bed, ready to crawl in.
I
the bottom of their
realized.
ass. You know when the old ladies, the bottom of their ass falls out when they get
Oh,
old?
God, it's just
elephant butt.
Yeah.
yeah. It's not an ass you want to fucking look at.
I realized,
elephant butt.
you know, once they shut off the movie floodlights, that she's got Anthony eyes. But you know,
Hey, it's the sunburn. I'm swollen, I swear.
All right, here we go.
you got Shemp eyes right now.
I am so swollen under my eyes. I really do. So bad.
Come on, put them up.
It
put 'em
really
up.
is bad. I looked in the mirror, I'm like, I'm so puffy under the eyes, it's terrible.
Who's that?
Helen Mirren.
Now or back in the day?
That's back in the day.
That's fucking. That's all photoshopped.
That's back in the day, though.
Not, what do you mean back
No,
in the
she's-
day?
look at her
She's been
back.
around forever. She's old there. She's in front of a mirror with her fucking big fucking boobs almost out of her fucking dress.
Oh, she's just smoking.
Oh, yes, smoking.
You know who's held herself together is the original blonde on is it Suzanne Summers?
Oh,
Three's Company?
that's another one way up my list.
Susan, how about Sally Field?
She's
Sally
so
Field.
hot.
She's a wreck.
Sally Field, I'd still bang.
Even though she has fucking bone disease.
She's a wreck.
I
She
gotta
has
be
a
honest
flat
with you.
ass.
Last time I saw
I saw
Suzanne
her on the Daily
Summers,
Show.
Yeah.
she was
Years
on the
ago.
Arsenio Hall show.
Oh, okay. See,
Oh, okay.
I saw her on the commercial for some fucking new thing she's selling, and it's like she went to Smile, and you could tell they must have fucking just injected her with all kinds of collagen and
Kathy Lee
fat
Gifford.
from her ass.
Still bang Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee
Gifford.
Wow, you like old bags.
What about Jane Fonda?
Just old bags.
Fonda's looking a little too old now.
What
But
if
yeah,
she
probably.
promised to tell
Yeah.
you some showbiz stories?
Yeah, some Ted Turner fucking stories.
What about Barbara Eden?
Barbara Eden, I don't know what she
Adriana
looks.
Genie,
What
yeah.
does she look like now?
Now
She
it's
looks
over.
good.
Now she doesn't.
She's got to be a
Shaped
wreck.
like Barney Rubble.
What about Zsa Zsa Gabor?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's like grandma-ish.
Betty
They
White.
can't be Graham. No.
What about Phyllis Diller?
Florence Henderson.
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, once they wear boas and have those fucking Hunter S. Thompson cigarette holders, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, what the
Barbara
that feather
Eaton.
hat?
Did you spell it Barbara Eaton?
Yeah, he did. Eaton. Way to go, Bobby. Hey, you got us there, though.
Yeah, wow, that's a
you
picture
gotta-
from 1965.
Bobby, type the year. Type Barbara Eden. You don't know how to spell it, do you? So you
That
had to
show-
type I Dream in Jeans.
I know I've talked about this before, but that show was the most sexually frustrating show you could ever watch as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't even know, because it's pre-internet and all that shit. I didn't
Yeah.
really even quite know what sex was when I first saw it. But I knew, it was like, why isn't he just hugging her?
Yeah.
Or putting his hand,
touching her.
Hugging her.
Oh, master, what do you want me to do? Fucking,
Yeah.
What do you think?
show me your boobs.
Right.
Even as a kid, you knew that.
Yeah, you knew you needed to
Like,
touch.
he should have been doing something.
Oh, and he kept, Genie, get off of me. I have business to attend to.
What was the Dice thing where he talked about how he was mad that I Dream and Genie was back to back with like that girl or whatever? And you're like, pissed me off because you jerk off to Genie. You didn't have time to rejuvenate.
That's a great.
Oh, that's her now?
Nah, that's too long.
She's got like cheek implants or something
man,
going
that's
on.
something
Or
going on.
You know, I'd still take a run at Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, my
All right.
God, you're out of
she's
your
fucking
mind.
gross.
She looks
I
like
am
a praying
stunned
mantis.
by you.
She's fucking
Now
gross.
you've
I am
lost us.
stunned.
She's
her
horrible.
I never had you.
She's
got so
eyebrows-
many ligaments now.
Her eyebrows.
Maybe
fell
I'm wrong.
off.
I don't know. The last I saw.
She's terrible.
All right,
Meanwhile,
maybe
I
I'm
sit
wrong.
here and think of bending over Dakota Fanning.
Oh, Jesus, Aunt.
She's legal.
Christ. Is she legal now?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see the Runaways? Holy shit.
What's wrong with that?
What, was there a grandma in there you really liked?
Yeah, let's go the other way now. Anthony, how young would you
Oh, you don't
go?
wanna
You're
know.
not going to get caught.
If there were no, because I've heard this
You don't
question
want-
1,000
why would you
times,
ask
and I've heard such dishonest
This is
answers.
such a great fucking beginning to
I've
the
heard
answer.
so
If
many-
there was no laws.
I've heard because I've heard this question. I've heard so many dishonest answers. If there were no laws, no repercussions, you're not fucking anyone up mentally. That right after it's done, the fucking Men in Black thing flashes and everyone forgets everything that happened. Bill looked at me with utter disgust.
Everyone just pushed back.
No, I've seen hot ass 15-year-olds. Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I'm sitting on the other side of the glass having that Boogie Nights conversation with you. They're so small.
You should have been alive in the Old West.
I'm talking. You've never seen a 15-year-old that was hot. Oh, shut the fuck up. You lying, Jesus Christ.
You never parked outside of a school, Bob?
No.
Jerk off in the parking lot?
No. You gotta be honest with this one. Be honest.
I've done it.
Be honest.
I've done it joking with my friends in the car. I don't do it by myself.
I'm talking.
Oh my
Be
God.
honest. You've never seen a girl that was probably 15 years old that had a great ass on her, great set of tits, and looked fucking pretty. You've never seen that. I'm not talking.
You know
really,
that
she's
moment
15. I'm
you
not
look,
gonna...
Bobby, you look and you're like, holy shit, and then you just shut it down. That's basically what happened. Okay, I can't.
It's like when you know
see your
somebody.
dad.
In your,
You just say,
Yeah, exactly.
somebody in your family's gonna
obviously.
die.
No,
and then
but I
you're
would say
thinking about,
16 or older.
Oh, 1 year makes a big difference.
15 is creepy.
No, 15's creepy because of the shit that I took out. You take out all that morality, you take out the law, you take out fucking anyone up mentally, and you're saying that 16. You just said 16 because it's a little more
Listen,
acceptable.
everybody has a line.
Yeah, that's
He
relax.
has
You
a
guys are on
line.
the same page,
I'm
more or
just
less.
saying these
Okay
full
to
of
like-
shit that they've never seen.
all Bill is saying
15-year-olds
that
were
he
hot.
wants them to
We're
at
not
least
saying
be
we
in
never
high school,
saw
not junior high.
No.
I'm
That's
just not
what
going to
it is.
admit it on the radio.
All right.
You saw all the nodding, man. What's relax?
Show me.
No, I'm
Show
just
me a
saying, it's the
15-year-old.
16-year-old is when a woman can actually. Some of them can. You could think they were 19 or 21.
Exactly.
But 15 is sort of that.
Nah, you
cut.
can still see that. And
It's
there's
that
some
cut.
17-year-olds that look like they're fucking 12.
It's 16 and pregnant, not 15
Obviously,
and
I'm talking
pregnant.
about exceptions here. Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Here
about.
I am extending
But
an
you
olive
can't say
branch.
that there aren't any
Fucking
that
Christ.
you've never.
Show me a fucking picture. That's all.
All right, I'm
I'm
going
say.
to. I'm going to.
Show me a
All
picture.
right.
I want to
Bobby,
see what
hold
you're
on.
talking
Bobby,
about.
you're over there. You go to this site.
Dude, the FBI is going to be breaking down this
Someone
door
goes,
in a half a
is
second.
Aunt pissed because these guys wouldn't fuck a 15-year-old?
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Don't go there.
I'm not saying anything. What's that? Let me say.
AnthonyCumia.com.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I think this is safe.
Live.
Yeah,
I think.
Must be.
Yeah, but those are just going to be girls of age that look like they're 15.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't even want to see this site. This is like,
it's disgusting to you. We understand.
no, it's
Why
not.
don't we go to fucking
This might blow up your movie career,
turkeyneck.com.
Joe.
I didn't say it was disgusting.
turkey neck.
Giblets
wanna-
vag.
All right, look, it's safe.
Now, what do you
Yeah,
do
they're
here?
wearing clothes.
Except for
and
the
shit.
right side of the screen is a little rough with
that's
the
bullshit.
advertising, but
Just hit
this fucking
continue. We don't
warning?
care about viruses.
fuck
It's
the
not my computer.
warnings. What are you, a pussy? Fuck the warnings.
What's the warning say?
Click yes. Let's go.
I hit it. It's not going.
Uh-oh.
Bobby's going to be crying in jail. I had a hit film at a festival. Everything was turning around.
I hit one fucking button on the computer.
Tell me, Bobby.
Dude.
Come on.
Dude.
Oh boy, this site might be.
Yeah, you better
dangerous.
get off this site, dude. You got all kinds of pop-ups. Where's Dan? Danny usually wrestles somebody to the ground when they try to go to these sites.
He
in there.
will.
Just go fucking.
Remember that day
boy, what is that
Patrice
doing?
was screaming at him?
That ain't working.
No, go to the other thing and just scroll.
Continue, there we go.
Scroll.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
I'm trying to scroll.
Look at Bobby. Bobby is in the zone. Look at his.
He really
look at
is.
Tense.
Just fucking hit that or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Dude, we were doing a radio show, man, and they told me to go on this site, dude.
I was doing research.
How about
You don't like what? That it won't let you on the probably illegal site?
right. What? Close out of that. Now I'm getting nervous. How about Susan Lucci?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
64, I believe.
Absolutely. I'd bang every one of the chicks on Hot in Cleveland. Every fucking last, except Betty White. Not Betty White, but the other three, especially that English one that talks like she sweeps chimneys.
Obviously, this show's for you.
Yeah. Wow, you catch every episode, do you?
Wow, you got something going on, man.
Oh, man, I love those
All right,
girls.
We should break because we got some fucking commercials we have to fit in.
Damn it.
So we'll figure it out. So congrats on the movie there. I think we got some of the info out. Cheatthemovie.com.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very cool. All right. Anything else we're promoting before we go to break?
I'm going to be at Portland this weekend at Parlor Live, I guess it's called.
And I'm on the Jimmy Norton tour.
I know. I'm trying to figure out if I can
What a
get up
fucking
there and
show
see you
that
guys.
is.
Yeah, it's pretty
Foxwoods this weekend, right? I think it's sold out.
Ooh.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's sold out.
I'll be in Cincinnati.
Kenny's
Go
trying
Bananas.
to talk me
Not this weekend.
into it, but we would leave in the middle of the night and come home in the middle of the night. I'm like, how is that fun for anyone? Like they don't know how to go to a gig and relax and enjoy themselves. He'll pick up.
That's the perfect way to do it. You avoid the traffic.
Yeah, but he'll pick up Jimmy at like 1 in the morning on Friday/Saturday morning. We'll get up there, and then right after the show, we have to hit the road and come home. It sucks.
Oh, I'm leaving the second the show's over.
Are you? Yeah, but you're one of those guys that does hang if it's a cool place.
Yeah.
These guys never. Yes, Kenny.
I'm not.
Can I say two things?
Oh.
Number one, Bill, if you need anything for this weekend, let me know.
How about a ride?
Okay.
Jesus, that was
And
easy.
number two, I watched Cheat the movie in its entirety.
Well, that's 15 minutes. Were you able to focus for 15 minutes, Kenny?
It's terrific.
Yeah? You like it, huh?
Thank
Yes.
you, Kenny. What a sweetheart.
Kenny says, why did he get to see it and we haven't seen it?
It's a dramedy.
A dramedy. Don't say anything. You're gonna, you're gonna blow the left turn.
I'm gonna. I have my hand on the dump button if you say anything silly.
No, it's very dark.
You like the left
and
turn?
compelling and gritty.
All right, be careful.
Joe doesn't have an athletic bone in his body.
Oh, thank you, Kenny. Glad
I love the chase scene.
Glad.
Thank you.
Is he fucking you guys
Did
up?
you like it?
No,
He's all right.
Is that the first time you ever said dramedy?
Yeah, I had to think of it. Like I knew there was a word for it.
You know, it's the first time I've really not seen you with the sport coat on and realized you have the exact same body as Vince McMahon. Can somebody
he
please
really
get him one of
does.
those old WWF Blazers?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
It's a dramedy, I tell you. Joe DeRosa doesn't have an athletic bone in his body.
No, it's great. And when you make it into a full-length feature movie, I would love to be in it.
Yeah, we got to break just because we have live reads. It's the only fucking reason, unfortunately. We'll continue with Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, and Bob Kelly next. Stay there.
Sirius XM, the virus. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Good point, Bill. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, Bob Kelly.
What a historic moment.
We just had a hell of a 10 minutes there. The show continued. We were talking about Donald Trump, and I guess breaking news, the White House has released President Obama's birth certificate.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr goes, wow, it took him a long time to make that.
Yeah, it took him a long time to print that up.
Yeah,
and
you would
make
think
it
that
look-
at the White House, they could, what kind of identification you want?
It's actually on it's on an elephant hide.
They had a. That's funny. They had to spill some coffee on it and throw it in a dryer with poker chips, make it look old.
And what is Donald Trump saying about this? That it's all bullshit? Wait, we might have audio.
Do the people in this country now need to...
Donald Trump is having a press conference.
He's saying, Donald Trump is saying...
Where did this information come from?
No, I think what you're going to see, first we have to look at the certificate, but I am really happy that this has finally taken place because we have some issues that are unbelievably important.
But you didn't answer my question, sir. You said we...
I think I did. No, I did answer your question.
What are your qualifications to assess this? You say you have to look at it, you have to decide.
This is going to be good.
What gives you the authority,
Well, I'm going to look at it, and many other people are going to look at it. You're going to have many people looking at it, and obviously they're going to have to make a decision because it is rather amazing that all of a sudden it materializes.
But what gives you the authority?
I hope it's the right deal.
Bill, he can't hear you.
I hope it's the right deal. We have to look at it. A lot of people have to look at it. Experts will look at it.
There's people looking at it.
I am really happy.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm very proud that I was able to bring this to a point. Nobody else was. The Clintons during their campaign weren't. All of the other people that talked about it, for years, they weren't.
I am amazing.
I am really honored by this.
Yeah,
okay,
he's
next
honored.
question.
What do you think this says, though, right now? If it's not true, for example, does it mean that the country is led by an illegal president? Is that what you're saying?
Well, let's hope it is true. I don't want to answer that question because it's too negative. Honestly, the question's so negative. At this point, I don't want to answer that question because you're asking a very negative question. If it's not true, if it's not really his birth certificate.
Please stop
I don't want to
asking
answer
questions
that.
about
I
what
hope
I've been
it's true.
insinuating.
And the reason I hope it's true, because we have very big problems in this country. This country is suffering right now. I mean, I have people, they can't get gasoline in their tank. They're topping out their tank because they can't afford to do it properly. They've never had this before.
What the fuck
you
does
look
that
at
mean?
you look at
When I top
resorts
out my
around
tank,
the
it means
country.
I can
They're not
afford it.
doing any business because people don't drive. And then if you look at Saudi Arabia,
What
they
is he
did,
saying?
It's unbelievable. 3 days ago, they announced essentially that they're going to raise the price of oil by cutting back on production.
Oh, we got trouble.
And we have nobody
right
to
here in
speak
River
to
City.
these people. We have
With a capital
nobody.
T
that
around
calls
P, and that stands for
and says, you're not going to do it, fellas. We're protecting you. You wouldn't be there except for us. We have nobody. Now, yesterday, our president said that he has very little impact over the price of gasoline. I think he's 100% wrong. Because OPEC is setting the price of fuel. We have oil all over the place. All over. Every ship at sea is loaded up with oil. They don't know where to dump it. And yet every day we're setting records. And pretty soon we're going to be at that 150 a barrel, the all-time record. Now, when the president says he has no power over that, I mean, it's pretty sad.
But in one mind, is it possible that the country is being led right now by an illegitimate president? Is that possible?
Well, I certainly hope it's not possible, and I hope we've accomplished a lot by what I've been doing for the last couple of months, and I hope we can start talking about OPEC and China taking our jobs and making everything for us. I hope we can start doing that. What I would do differently is come down really hard on OPEC. If you look at these nations, they wouldn't even be there except for us. You take a look at Kuwait. I mean, we handed Kuwait back to the people that right now essentially own Kuwait because it's really ownership more than anything else. We handed it back. They never paid us. You look at these nations, Saudi Arabia.
Did we go there to
protect
have them pay
and
us?
Then they want to raise the price of fuel. It's not high enough.
It's like a job.
So it would be very easy and very quick to get gasoline prices down. Gasoline prices are at $4, $5. They're going to $6 and $7 as sure as you're standing there.
Do I hear 9?
Yes.
In terms of credibility, you came up here once in a black helicopter in 1988 and you were running as a Democrat. Why should people, what makes you...
No, I wasn't. Let me just tell you, it's sort of interesting because New Hampshire's been a very special place. I came up in 1988 or 89, a long time ago, as a favor to a friend of mine, and I made a speech. But it's a place that I've always liked, and I've been to actually many times, New Hampshire. And in making the speech, everyone thought I was running for president. As you know, I wasn't running for president. I never said I was running for president. I made a speech on success for a friend of mine around 1988. And the buzz was unbelievable because it happened to be New Hampshire.
It was the
and
biggest
it was
buzz
sometime
ever.
prior to primary season. So, in a way, New Hampshire sort of got me started. sort of interesting. But I did come up in 1988. I made a speech.
Was Hawaii
it was
even a
really
state in
speech on
1961?
success, much so, more so than
That's what I would say.
Hey, was Hawaii even a state in '61 when Obama was born? Huh?
He's gonna be a great president because he has mastered the art of question dodging.
Oh my God!
How the fuck did he turn this into oil?
He
right now?
really fucking. Yeah, they called him out by saying, "Look, here's the birth certificate." But he's finally releasing it. It's not a story anymore.
Oil's all over the place.
I got some of my
dump it.
I got some of my cock from this Norwegian model I was banging.
I'm gonna dump in a week.
Oh God.
Well,
if he becomes president, that means we should never have a president that was roasted.
It doesn't have a shot. I guess Obama's going to talk in a minute or two about the certificate being released.
Dude, what happened to this fucking country now that the president has to respond to like every, jackass out there?
He's got to respond to Donald Trump of all people. First of all, he should have responded like day one with the birth certificate. Oh, here it is. Why wait over 2 years before you just say, look, yeah, I'm a citizen, assholes? I think that would have cleared up the problem.
I agree with that.
I go with that. Yeah, I go with that.
We have a friend who's been doing publicity for years and years, and his whole thing is you cut the head off the snake immediately. And the example he kept giving me was Tiger Woods. He goes, the second his wife hit his car with the golf club or whatever he did, he goes, he should have just came out immediately and went, we're having some problems. I made a mistake, and it would have been done. But instead, he goes, they perpetuate these problems by dodging it.
Ambien, and I was
that everybody comes out of the fucking woodwork.
Yeah. He tried to stop the car with a golf club.
It really is
trying to rescue me.
Easier to just lay it all out there.
But I think you'll be
the best one I ever saw doing that was
what
Madonna.
my announcement is.
Really?
When Madonna first hit, they found like naked pictures.
Oh, right.
She goes, oh, they find those? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, it was fun.
Anything? Yeah, diffused.
My bush was hairy. I had a really big bush back then.
Little tiny nipples. Big bush.
Everything's legitimate. You ask me questions that, frankly, nobody gets angry. The press doesn't get angry. Look, the press is very protective.
Press is everywhere.
Of President Obama.
Press is all over the place.
Very protective.
Yes.
They're not protective of me, but they're protective of President Obama. And they're not protective of most other people either, in all fairness. The word is, what I've read.
He was lost there.
Where was he a terrible student
he even
when he
lost
went to
himself
Occidental.
there.
Oh, no, I was talking about how he was a terrible student.
He then gets to Harvard. I heard at Columbia wasn't a very good student. He then gets to Harvard. How do you get into Harvard if you're not a good student? Now, maybe that's right, or maybe it's wrong. But I don't know why he doesn't release his records. Why doesn't he release his Occidental records?
Why is he having a press conference?
Well, I'll tell you why. Who cares? Because everyone says he was this great student. Well, if he was, that's great, and if he wasn't, that's great. I was a very good student.
He cheated at a game of Super Mario Brothers.
Well, I think academics.
Yeah, the Donald's going to start
has always
reaching.
meant a lot to me.
So what?
And I think.
And you know this shit. What is he getting at? He's getting at the fact that this is now over because he showed the birth certificate. That was his big thing. Right. So now he's just trying to find anything else.
The word is,
I heard he stashed Monopoly money under the Monopoly board, which is very unethical when you're playing the game.
Well, this is what I
was
read.
building hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place as my other hotels were being repoed.
He went to these amazing Ivy League schools, but what's really amazing about these schools?
Yeah. How do you get into Harvard if you're not getting good grades?
Innuendo. I'm just reporting what I read. Hey, I read stuff that you people write. Hey, look, what's worse innuendo than what I go through? I mean, what people say about me. I mean, I have the ultimate innuendo. But I promise you one thing, nobody will protect me like they protect our president. So,
because you're not the president.
Yeah, you mean like directly?
I'm really proud that I was able to do something that nobody else could do.
Ah, see, he's proud.
About it.
I feel the president enjoys more privileges.
I wait for I'm waiting for his big slip when he goes, how do you get into Harvard if you're black? I mean, bad student.
Bad student.
Bad student, I meant to say.
Because I don't want this issue.
He's fun to listen to, this Donald Trump. He's out of his mind.
Oh, God, and he dresses like Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, birth certificate, huh? Hey, I got to tell you.
Got the many butts.
Hey, how did he get to Harvard, you know?
Well, I've had a lot of friends that are Democrats and a lot of friends that are Republicans.
All right.
And over the years, if you know, New York is a largely Democratic place. It's very rare that you see in New York City, as an example, for a Republican to get elected. The numbers are staggering, where a Democrat will get 94% of the vote. And that's if the
What are you
Republican is
getting
doing
at?
a good job. So it's
He's
a
just
very,
pulling those
very
stats out of his ass.
interesting
Yeah,
fact
there's
that
94%.
happens
I remember
to
that
be
landslide,
almost all
94 to
Democratic. Over the years,
6%.
I've supported many Republicans.
I remember seeing
many
those
Democrats,
figures on TV.
And I think there's something nice about
A
it.
landslide
When I
is like
watch Washington,
58 to
look at Washington.
42%. Well, they'll get like 94% of the vote.
I once watched a Democrat receive 100% of the vote while the other Democrats took turns sodomizing the Republican candidate.
Wiping their penises on Obama's birth certificate.
And they'd get things done.
Yeah.
Now we're like at a stalemate. I think it would be great if somebody got in there that actually could get along with both sides. And I know many of the people
Like
that are on the Democratic side, and in some cases they're friends of mine. I get along with them great. And
I can
think
get
it's
along with
time
people.
for people to
I should be president.
I should be in the White House.
There's people offshore in boats, in oil tankers that I get along with.
It'd be great if Gary Busey just tackled him right now.
2 plus 2, what's the answer? Well, you know, mathematics has been around for a long time. Donald, you didn't answer the question. I believe I did.
Well, you know, I'm not protected against mathematics like the president is.
That's a great
And,
answer.
you
I
can't
believe
just
I
have,
did.
like, an
Yeah, I
idea,
believe I
and then
did.
This idea, it's like go through a wall. Sometimes you have to be able to go under the wall, around the wall, over the wall.
Oh, boy.
So I've always said,
Sometimes there's a door within the wall that you just can open up.
And the president uses that because he's got all the privileges.
Sometimes it's like a window. You have to open
runs
up
for
the
office
window.
or currently running for office.
As he
They've
talks
had
about
views
the
that are much
economy,
different
why
10
is
years
nobody
ago.
going, then why are your
They have
hotels and resorts such fucking rip-offs? Why doesn't anybody ask him that?
How do casinos lose money, you dummy?
What are you, an asshole?
Consistently, yeah.
Didn't you see the movie Casino?
Yeah.
We always win, remember that?
Will you play with us a little more, or is it going to end when you make the announcement that's surprising?
That's a very interesting question. I think you're going to be very surprised.
Ann Coulter said last night you are not running for president. She compared you to Charlie Sheen. So this is all just a show.
Ann Coulter?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, you'll have to see. You know what? We have 3 weeks. Not a big deal. In 3 weeks, you're going to see. I think you're going to be very surprised. And I
3
think
weeks,
if I
it's
do
not even a
run,
month.
I'll do very well.
He's
And I
talking
think-
about it
look,
like he's
I'm already
unveiling a new
leading the polls,
casino.
and I'm
Yeah.
not running. Am I leading the polls? Thank you. Oh, okay. Well,
He's the only fucking...
CNN did a poll. CNN did a poll recently.
Does he
where
understand why he's leading?
It was one of the
Obama
most
and
accurate
I are
polls ever.
statistically
Yeah.
tied. If you'd like, I could send it to you. Just call up CNN.
Please run for the presidency.
You get the money, then you get the power. Yeah.
You know, police don't bother me. I'd be a rich motherfucker.
Get the power.
Then you
The police didn't bother you. He'd be a rich motherfucker.
You don't got to work on my life, bro. They're always gonna.
Bitch. The world is yours.
Lesbian. I met the other day with police. He told me, "Fuck the cat thing. It's me now." You know.
That's right,
You got
Frank.
different kind of police, you know.
So,
All right, he's
you know what a
good.
horse says,
He's
Frank?
good.
It's a pig that don't fly straight.
You're right.
Do you know Casper Gomez?
But some people
And
don't
the
come
Diaz
out.
brothers?
Don't. Why Scarface?
Yes, they all know Scarface.
You see 13 Prison? That's a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Assault on 13th.
Assault on...
He hates cops.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see, he looks at Keith, right? Like he goes, fuck those stinking beaks. I don't like, except for you, Keith.
Yeah, motherfucker. Look,
Yeah.
you see 13 Prison, great movie. I love that shit.
Assault on
Tell
Precinct
me who you
13.
trust. Who you trust?
Who do I trust?
Your mother. That's it.
I
God.
trust the NYPD, my friend.
That's right.
The New York City
I don't
Police
think so.
Department are my
I put
friends.
half down. I put half up.
They are my friends, all of the cops.
Absolutely.
I can assure you, I have never had a problem with anyone on the NYPD. They have been nothing but courteous, kind friends to me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, how would you make this money if the cops didn't mess with you? You said you'd be a billionaire. And somehow you would do it with the
question,
Port
Opie.
Authority.
Game show? How would you do it?
How would you do it?
Very easy.
Very easy, huh?
What's your plan?
Complexion.
Huh?
He'd
What?
murder,
Flexible.
he'd murder Frank.
Murder Frank, I set up in his own fucking house.
Complexion.
You
Very
can't
easy.
shoot a cop! Whoever
All right.
said you was one?
I love when he's shot in the gut and he's still trying. He's like, all right, look, we can deal with this.
Wait a minute!
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute!
He's bleeding out from his gut, and he's thinking to himself, all right, if I get to fucking hospital, I can still be all right. I just got to deal with Tony. All right, wait a minute. Still fucking handle this. Don't do nothing stupid.
Maybe you can handle one
What
of
happened? I'll be
those
here.
first-class tickets to the
To
resurrection.
the resurrection.
Yeah, the harassment. What happens? I'll be here. Y'all open a beer outside. Y'all go to jail later on.
You open what
Ain't no
outside?
complexion.
What?
I hear him pass the words, motherfucking crackers.
I don't understand.
He's saying it's the complexion. It's the complexion for
Festival.
protection, motherfucker.
You open up what and you get
Give me
arrested?
tight.
He's brown.
Right now, I don't got no underwear. You don't know that.
I do know that because I heard it on the fucking
Yeah,
tape.
well,
we know you need
said you
underpants.
need underwear. Now you go on a homeless shopping spree, you get some underwear.
Because my mother, she don't wear no panties, my mommy.
How do you know that?
Here's the
How do you
jeans
know that?
tight with no panties.
You know something?
Skirt with no
Boy.
panties.
I'm going to tell you something.
Did your moms get you? Your moms got you?
Did something happen between you and
She
your
was
mom?
raising me in Jersey City. She wore a skirt with no panties.
Your mother showed you
His mom's got
Wait,
it.
wait.
Fast.
His
Hey.
mom's got
Your
it.
mother showed you her pussy.
Not more than that.
I used to
His
take
mom's
showers
got
with my
it.
mother.
His
You
mom's
took
got it.
showers.
All right, he
His
took
mom's
showers.
got
He
it.
never get hard. You
Y'all
know.
don't even
That's
see
my
the
mommy,
goddamn
you know.
shit coming.
Right, but that ain't
Take
right.
shower with my grandmother too.
That ain't right.
With
How
that-
old were
with
you?
that beard? Did you
How
ever
old
be
were
with that beard?
11.
11? With that full beard at 11.
full beard.
Yeah, that fucking big beard at 11. Mommy, I have to shave. Buy me some razor, mommy. I'm 11.
I used to wash her.
I
I see
can
that.
check.
I
And
see
so
that
can
hair.
you, Ma.
He fucking burnt out his 11th
I see my
birthday
mother.
candles and
I
burnt his
see-
beard.
Hey, you got what's
He
that?
was
The
in the
white
shower,
hair.
his grandmother
What's
mother
that?
goes,
The white
everybody
hair.
here has to
Hey.
shave.
Everybody.
I gotta shave my face.
We have
you gotta
the-
shave your...
That's why we shower together. We all have to share the same razor. We don't have another razor. You, my little bambino, my little baby, you shave your face. I would shave my pussy. Jeez. Wow. You shower with your grandma?
Shave your culo.
What did that look
I
like,
used
bro?
to sleep with my grandma, mommy.
Holy shit, stop.
92 years old.
No wonder
Don't
he's...
make him say it.
I'm waiting to hear him say it.
Now it all makes sense. I'd be homeless too if I had to sleep with my
3 o'clock in the
grandma.
morning.
What
in
happened?
Peace,
Damn.
in peace. And
What?
then the thing, they call it Spanish palanquera. I don't know how to say it in English. That
Yeah.
word. It's very hard. You got word in Spanish, you can never say it in
Piss?
English. Yeah. I used to, and the moquitero, I used to sleep with my grandfather and my grandmother. And my grandfather, they're still alive.
Is still alive.
But I don't know where they are. They're in Puerto Rico somewhere.
Wasn't that inappropriate behavior, though? You shouldn't have been in bed with them.
They're teaching me good. My mother,
Did you ever see any sex going on
never.
when you were sleeping with them?
Never.
Did your mommy, when she showed you her pussy, you ever have to do anything?
Never.
She ever make you do anything with her?
Because my grandfather, the dick don't get hard when you be more than 80 years old.
Right. So that somebody else has got to do the job.
Kissing and kissing or put the finger, whatever.
Or grandson or whatever.
You know, when you get older, your dick don't get hard.
Yeah. Well, look at
So you
him.
have to
Your
do
dick
it.
don't get hard.
That's why I'm here.
Your dick still get hard, though, when you shove that hand
already
in
went to
the
the
fucking ass
bathroom.
crack.
Wait, you already went to the bathroom and what?
And jerk off.
Today?
Hey! You talking about
You sex crazed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, no, you got to do it.
Have you
I
been
take
arrested?
20
The 92 times you've been arrested, has any been for inappropriately touching a woman?
Nah.
Wait, he?
Yeah,
as he was sitting to
I
get
see
on
somebody
this show,
shaking his head. Yes.
He went in the bathroom and jerked off.
Oh, very in Port Authority.
Oh, Port Authority.
I jerk off.
Yeah.
I get out every morning from the subway train. But give me a beer or a liquor, and that can keep me going. I feel good.
You think
alive.
about grandma's pussy when you jerk off?
No. I think about the women I see in the street.
So you look at these women, then you go into Port Authority and
Yeah,
jerk off.
jerk off.
Do you ever jerk off somewhere where it's not in the bathroom, like maybe around a corner so you can look at a woman live, and as you're looking at her, you're jerking off?
I seen him jerking off with
I see someone nodding their head yes, and I see you smiling,
I jerk off
motherfucker.
on the subway train. I jerk off outside
On the subway.
train.
I seen him jerk off next to the dancing cowboy in 42nd Street.
That feel good. You got a
The
bottle
naked- the
too.
naked cowboy. He
Couple
just
dollars. That feel good.
So
But
you.
do the property. No, don't cross the. That's deadly.
But if you're in the subway and you're jerking off looking at some woman.
No. I just thinking about.
Yeah, well, you're on the subway and you're jerking off and there are people there. What happens when you shoot? You
Some
look.
people there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake
Do
up
you
at
jerk?
that
What
time.
tune is in your head? Tequila? Dun, 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 dun.
Anything. Jimmy Johnny Walker.
So you've been
Josie
arrested
Baker.
for public what?
Bullshit.
Exposure for jerking off.
No, never jerking off.
Never.
No,
jerking
one
off?
day. I got
All
locked
right,
up.
one day you got
I was
locked
pissing on the phone and the cop put the jerking off.
Yeah,
Over
piss-
here around 9 and around the bar right here. I was walking with these ladies and they went to the bar. The guy.
Something tells me they weren't walking with you.
No. I kiss women too.
Yeah.
You see me, I look ugly. Let's put it like that, but I'm beautiful inside. I find
Patrice
women
seems
too.
to think you're
I
very
think you're
attractive with a
beautiful on the
shave.
outside,
You're
too,
a good
Papa.
candidate for a makeover.
I kiss
Yeah,
women.
I
The other
bet
day
you.
I kissed a woman.
Yeah, I
I didn't
let me
make
tell you
love to
something.
her.
I'd walk with his crazy ass down the street just to get some. Like,
What? He says he has caught him in a dress. You wear a dress sometimes? Woman's clothing,
You
whatever.
want to put me in the dress.
No, maybe sometimes you've been
This
caught.
guy was the guy who locked me in Hollywood.
See, you got one coming to the stomach, Mel.
He locked me in Hollywood.
He's gonna get a Mel right in the stomach. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Why you?
Really fast, Sarge from Whackbag.
All right.
Go ahead, Sarge.
I'm about to lose my breakfast. This isn't tissue time with the homeless.
No, this isn't tissue time. Now, what's this? How were you arrested wearing a dress? What happened? Why were you wearing a dress?
Yeah.
Be honest. It's all right.
What in a dress?
What happened? You're smiling. I know this happened to you. What happened?
I used to put panty when I was young, and I was little.
See, man, some fucked up shit happened to this guy. You're gonna make him relive it. His moms did stuff to him, man.
I used to put my cousin
Obviously.
panties in Puerto Rico
damn
and
it.
jerk off.
You put
And
panties
play with the
on.
deal with my cousin.
With your cousin?
All right, so you and your
Who got it
cousin.
bigger?
This
Who
is an
can come
X-Files
faster?
episode.
So you and your cousin would put on panties and jerk each other
Yeah,
off.
who come first? Who got it bigger?
Who got a biggie?
And I used to touch you like that.
Who your girl first? Who got a biggie? Who's biggie?
But the dress. Why were you wearing a woman's dress?
Women's dress?
Looking around. Now, it happened.
Asking Mel.
But I'm asking, what does that do? Does that turn you on? Maybe put a girl's dress on, jerk off in it?
Come on, let us know. 'cause
Yeah.
I might try it.
Yeah, he says. Where'd you get the dress?
I gotta try shit in my life. Put on a big
Yeah, where'd you
dress.
get the dress?
Where would you get a
Where's
dress?
the body buried?
He gave it to me.
His wife.
He didn't give you no- he didn't give you no
guys are about to
fucking
expose something. Where's your wife? Don't know. He knows because he stalked her and everything. He knows where she's
Yeah.
at. She's dead, and he wears her dress. This is
Yeah.
Norman Yates.
Norman Yates.
Or Norman Yates. What's the Puerto Rican name?
Norman.
I got talk for hours.
Norman
Bates.
Bates. Norman Bates is my name. Norman Bates. Mama. Mama.
That's his fault.
And he only stabs women in the bathtub because he's too short to reach the top of the shower. Bend down so I can stab you, please.
All these women going around with holes in their feet. You motherfucker, you stabbed my feet.
I like it. I love it.
Mamacita. Norman, she is a puta.
Norman, she's a puta. And then he buries in the swamp in a Toyota. The Toyota and the Puerto Rican Gazette is in the back with it with the money.
Fucking Corolla with Jesus Christ stencils on the headlights.
It won't sink because the dice are floating. See this?
Too much air in the fucking boombox. Speakers in the back. The boosters.
And the other people trying to still get out. And motherfucker, it's 10 of us in there. Can't we get out?
They find the car goes 20 feet underwater. You're still hearing.
I like it.
I like it. So you get the dress.
Fucking Speedy Gonzales
From your
over
wife.
here.
Your wife finds out you like it wearing the dresses, so she leaves you, go for another guy, and you're looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
And you're all fucked up because as a kid, you wore panties, jerked off your cousin, had to sleep with your mother and your fucking grandparents. And your mother showed you her pussy. Was it nice? Did your mother have a nice pussy?
Was your mother good looking? Was your mother a beautiful woman?
Oh, he's crossing himself. Well, you saw it. I was just wondering.
She's 45 years old. She had me when she was 13 years old. Imagine that.
Holy shit. She had
She's
you in.
young.
She was 13.
45.
So
I'm
she was
31 years old.
So you were 11 when she showed you when she lifted up her dress and showed you?
No, when she had me.
No, when did she show you? You said she lifted up her dress and you saw her
No, my mother would I take a shower with my mother.
Yeah, you took a shower. How old were you?
Young. 13
Like 13?
13, she's like 26
and she's
years old.
26? Was she pretty? Was she a pretty woman?
No. I was
No.
Was your mother
She was
pretty?
ugly? No, was your mother? Your mother was pretty. So you're in there, and would you get?
Wait about the song.
Hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. Would you get a hard on? Would you get a hard on showering with your mother?
Huh?
Would you get a hard on showering with your mother?
Never.
You were 13. She's naked in front of you.
Hot little 26-year-old Puerto Rican. Oh, God. Why would she need to do that? Find me. Don't shower. Any Puerto Rican women out there who are showering with your sons, don't.
Stop it. Call Patrice
My girlfriend's
O'Neill.
a lesbian and I'm a hunk of shit. Call me
You'll
before
be
showering
over.
with your kid.
Let's go to George in New York City. George?
Yo.
Yo,
doesn't he sound like Speedy Gonzales' cousin, Slowpoke Gonzales? Yes, he's very sweet.
Okay, Speedy. Why don't we jerk each other off, Speedy?
Yo, and before when he was going, I need money, I go to... Hey, Frank, if you have problems, I go to the street, I hit a milk here, a milk here. You're going to make fucking deals for me, Tom? Yo, I'm out. Peace.
I'm the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy now.
I'm the bad guy.
All right, well, Jose.
Jose, you're a very interesting character.
Yeah, we got some great homeless people this year for the homeless shopping spree.
And you'll join us for the homeless shopping spree. We take down a mall, give you a shitload of money, and you just go shopping for shit you need.
And all we ask is that you don't jerk off in the middle of the mall.
No jerking off.
We're trying to do something nice for you.
No,
No, you have to take
no
him
jerking off in the bathroom.
You have to take him shopping in the Hannibal Lecter cart. And he has to go, okay, those underwear there.
We'll put him in a
Xbox, please.
fucking muzzle and a hand truck.
And don't leave your ball. I'm sorry.
Oh, God damn. That's great. I could use some socks. I need some underwear. I could use some razors.
I didn't have no liquor yet.
And some liquor.
If you had liquor. All right, here. We got Chris in Missouri. Chris, go ahead.
Good morning, fellas.
Hey.
First-time caller. Proud to be on the show. Patrice, you rock.
Thank you.
Definitely he does.
Anyway, dude, what nobody's making a reference to is this is a little Latino bad boy Bubby. Think about it.
Yeah, Bad Boy Bubby.
Yeah, Bad Boy Bubby had sex with his mom in that movie.
Good boy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's such a good boy.
All right.
Wow, you have had a really fucked up life. That's something.
Oh, how did you
That's
unveil that? That is just too creepy.
But I feel good. Nothing hurt me in
That's
my body.
fine.
That's the most important thing in my life. Nothing hurt me. It's another day.
You getting a lot
I'm
of
not in jail.
You getting a
I'm
lot
on
of
the
fights
street.
out on the street? You getting a lot of fights out on the street?
Nah, I never
No?
fight.
No. I am getting another nodding of yes. You throw the fists around a little bit.
No.
Maybe you get a little booze in you.
Nah, no fight.
Yeah, you
All right.
get into a couple of brawls.
See, I got to fight. I got to See, somebody tried my life to kill me.
Then you'll fight.
And then I got to do
All
what I
right,
got to
let's
do.
let's hear it for Jose. He's going to join us for the homeless shopping spree. Jose,
That's nice.
bravo. You gave some good
job.
radio today.
Real quick, you want to do any of your math with them?
You do some math?
He's very...
What kind of math you talking about?
Like the questions you asked on the train when we were coming over here.
What kind of question I was telling
About the
you?
math. You don't remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to give you the hard math.
All right, give me
How
the-
many seconds is in half an hour?
How many second and half hour?
You don't know. You lost already.
Give us a chance to think about it, fucking
think
100.
Stephen Hawkins.
That's why he's in the shower with his mother. He didn't even think about it. You want to take a shower with me?
How many
Okay.
seconds is in half an hour? They don't know that. They're not smart like me.
60 seconds a minute.
Ay, cuando gano
1800.
Yes.
Jesus.
But it take a long time.
Because we were
Because
thinking.
I didn't know it, but if you ask me again, I'll have I'll have it in a second.
All right, give us another one. That was
Ask me that question again. Go ahead.
Okay. I can ask different.
Just ask me the same question. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
In 15 minutes.
No, ask me the same question.
15 minutes.
Ask me the same question.
15 minutes.
No.
900 minutes.
I want the same fucking question, so I could go 1800.
No, 100 seconds, not
900
minutes.
seconds.
All right, give us another. Jose, give us another one. Come on. We got Elo outside the studio. We got to get him on the radio, so we got to move on. That's why I was trying to get to break. But go ahead, real fast. One more.
One more.
Jose.
Go ahead.
Wait, give me a second.
All right, listen. We don't have a second.
Okay, let's go.
Just give him a break. His mama raped him. Let him finish.
All right, let's go.
Just let him finish.
All right, let's go.
Whatever he wants. God damn it.
Let's go.
Okay. Throw me the 3 station in Port Authority. I'm not talking about the Holland Tunnel.
Say it again.
Throw me the 3 station in Port Authority.
The 3 stations in Port.
Port Authority. I bet you don't know.
What are the
Port
3?
Authority station?
I'm not talking about the Holland Tunnel. I'm not talking about the 3 station. You don't know that.
What's the answer?
Look how dramatic it is.
He's so
You don't
proud.
know
He's
that.
great.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I told you
You
now.
don't know that. All right, what is it?
The big Port Authority. John Square. Port Authority in Newark.
Damn, that's
There
good.
you go.
Damn, that. I mean, come on.
I didn't know that.
That's right.
You don't know about life.
That's right, Frank.
Drew Boogie can put that to music.
I know.
All right.
You can never tell me the police. How
We
many
can work
police?
this out.
Wait a minute.
All right, Jose. Let's get Jose out of the studio. We got to take a break and get Elo in here.
Ah.
We'll get some XM
to the
updates.
resurrection.
The Russia.
Right
Yeah,
here.
maybe you can handle what.
Note to self and note to everybody in the room: don't ever say hi to Gallagher. I said hi, and you saw what happened,
dude.
I was stuck.
Oh, that's why you didn't come back?
No, I got stuck.
I
bring him in here. Bring him in. I said, "Hey, Gallagher, how was your night?" And
Don't say it, man. Just
here
let
goes.
it happen, man.
I know,
Here
but
comes
here
Gallagher.
it goes. Oh boy,
he's still talking. There's no one even out there.
Bless him. God bless him.
Gallagher. What's up, buddy?
There he is. How you doing,
Well, I
man?
already know what's up because I said hi to you. But you know Patrice O'Neill?
How are you, sir?
Hi.
He is a fine comic.
Yes. He called me sir.
Well, you're of served stature.
But is
And
that
of
because
pedigree.
of what I've done in comedy or because I'm old?
Both.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're white.
Mostly.
Well, that brings up the topic we were talking about. I went and saw the David Mamet play about race.
Oh,
he
you
just
saw
calls
Race?
it race. Yeah, and
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
got that picture of the dress. You know, I wondered what is the reason for the, the picture they're using for the play, and it centers upon, and it has that guy from Boston Legal, so it's really easy to believe that he's a lawyer, and that's who I wanted to
He
see.
plays the lawyer.
Dave Spader.
Yeah, I wanted to
And,
see David Spader.
We just saw what's
Oh,
his
no,
name
James
here?
Spader.
Yeah, James. Yeah, it's the David Mamet play.
And we just saw what's his name is in there too.
And John Boy is supposed to be the guy who, David Allen, he did a great
Is
job.
in there, and John Boy, yes, of course, done by Walton.
Is in there. He's the guy that supposedly rapes the black girl.
What's that?
That's what it's about.
Did you call that a spoiler? Because I didn't even know that about the fucking show. Race, it was like some rape in there.
No, it doesn't spoil anything. That is the topic of the play.
It's a rape. It's a racial rape.
Yeah, but it all takes place in the office.
You can't believe that
black chick? Well, that's what you have to decide in the play. I won't tell that.
What planet is this on?
On this planet.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was Bizarro World.
Well, now remember, they have professional casting people.
Right.
Who
Wait,
have
what was on
gotten this
Bizarro
right.
World? Wait. Wait, that. Oh, is this Bizarro play? Fucking cocksucker. Bizarro play. Isn't it usually the other way around?
That's great. Oh, my God. I want to see the same people that did that production do.
Well, here's the problem: is that there's black people in the audience.
Cops chase white murder victims and suspects.
Well, you just don't sit down black people and white people together in a theater and then make outrageous racial stereotypes or comments because it makes everybody uncomfortable. At least I was. I don't know. There was.
Were you uncomfortable watching this?
Yeah.
So it starts out with a rape?
No. This all takes place in the office.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You only discuss it. You only discuss it. You don't even get to see the red dress with the sequence.
You just hear all the orchestra warming up.
Rape.
No, there's no.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There's no orchestra.
No, I give to you rape.
So he could have called it that. He could have called it rape. But
was it nudity? Was Kerry Washington naked?
There's nothing. It's only discussed by lawyers in a room with books.
What a bore fest. Discussing a white man's... I'll make this shorter. Not guilty. He gets away with the crime. He just...
Not guilty.
Let's go over the case. White guy rapes black woman. Leave that book on the shelf. There's just no need to even go through this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pass around a hat for AIDS and HIV. Thank you for watching the show.
Call one of the motherfuckers and go, hi, here at James Sokoloff and Company. If you've been raped... Here at Schuster and Schuster, if you're tired of not going, motherfuckers, white boys not going to jail for raping you, call us at 1-800.
Are you saying you could write a better play and it'd be more pertinent and it'd be more realistic?
Yeah, fuck yeah, nigga.
Well, why don't
care of your rape.
Why don't you write a play?
Things to worry about.
I'll hit a bitch's pussy with a hammer like that watermelon at the end of the... It starts off with me hitting a bitch's pussy with a hammer.
But what about David Allen Greer? If it wasn't correct for race, don't you think David Allen would have something to say about it to the author of the play? He wouldn't want to be a part
not
of
necessarily. This is Hollywood, Gallagher.
Yeah.
This is Hollywood. Now, I'm not going to say David Allen, because I like the motherfucker, but I'm not going to say that anybody fucking in this business has a moment of integrity where they're going to go...
Has a moment of integrity?
Yeah, to argue.
I never sold out. I never had a TV show.
But
really? I have integrity.
That's where you fucked up. And that's where I fucked up.
Yeah.
I actually fucking say what I feel, and that's why we're not in David Mamet's plays.
I know it. Why do we fight for freedom of speech if it doesn't exist in America?
Wait a minute. Hold on, though. I'm going to say something about you, sir. Big fan of yours for years, right? Big fan. People don't know how deep you are as a comedian. In your days of Gallagher Mania, you used to say a lot of heavy shit, but you had to fucking hide it from the goofy motherfuckers with the toys and the jumping and shit. You had he had Carlin-esque shit.
Yeah.
Carlin-esque. But you used to have to fucking smash some shit so people would go, oh, wow, it's a lot of heavy shit. Oh, here's some fucking raisins upside your head so you feel better. That's all of us.
I was actually kept off of all the Caesar's Palace properties by an entertainment director from Lake Tahoe because he didn't like what I said at one of my shows up there in Lake Tahoe one time. And when he finally quit, they called me and said, well, you can work our properties again.
Oh, geez, thanks.
I mean,
you
but that's
said
what...
no because of your principles?
That ridiculous, that ridiculous thing we call...
Well, I don't think my fans know anything about it, so I don't care. Whatever my fans want.
Gallagher, he mentions Carlin. You hung out with Carlin a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever get arrested for your material like Carlin did, and Pryor and Lenny Bruce certainly?
No, the worst thing that happened was the Caesar's Palace thing. Well, I think TV in general was afraid of me because I seemed to be a loose cannon.
But Showtime, you were on those Showtime
only when
specials.
I had. Well, are they sticking with me? No. Why don't they have a Gallagher special? I haven't had a special in over a decade, and I helped make it. A lot of my fans say I got Showtime because of you. And where are they now? I should have been on
for the
HBO.
exercise bitches on the round turntable.
I blame Avis. I blame Avis Rent-A-Car.
You were very famous, though.
Oh.
You're an icon. I mean, really, what more do you want, Gallagher?
He wants to continue.
I want to continue to
Ronald,
express my
what
opinion.
more, Ronnie?
I have jokes and ideas that I got yesterday that I'd like to have on TV.
I mean, what more do you want in retrospect? Not in nostalgic value, meaning right now I can understand you like, what the fuck? But, I mean, then you were quite as famous as anybody, man. You had a beautiful run, I would say.
I had one of the longest runs when you think about it.
Iconic run.
3 decades is a long time to still be. And they come to my show.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I just noticed it. Yeah, just
I couldn't do a show in Manhattan.
Okay.
Nobody'd come.
Excellent.
I've tried it before.
You have
because the people here don't know who I am.
You know who you are, but it's almost like
they don't.
No,
I go to both because sometimes he doesn't have everything on one menu.
I'm not fucking comparing them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Excellent.
I went to 3 Broadway plays, and I walked into 3 Broadway theaters, and the only people who wanted my autograph worked there. Nobody in the audience recognized me or wanted to talk to me.
Because you don't wear the hat anymore.
Well,
That's not. I didn't have the hat on. When I walk in to buy a ticket, they know it's Gallagher. When I'm putting my hammer in the coat room, she knows it's Gallagher. The kids that are selling the drinks, they know Gallagher, but nobody in the audience knows it's me. Because I'm not this audience. I can't work in L.A. either.
I don't think that to be true. I just think...
I know, but I'm the one selling the tickets. I got 300 tickets in a little Tower, Minnesota. Who ever heard of Tower, Minnesota? I got 350 tickets sold today for a show in a week. And I got 100 in Danbury, Connecticut for tonight.
That's
I got
good.
100.
It's sold out, man. It's
no,
like
it isn't. It seats about 300.
You're not a bad man. I'm trying to like fucking, but look. I know it's miserable because I'm not at your level, and I hate not selling things out. It just makes me feel bad because at some point. But I just think
I'm just telling you the way it is. Well, I would love to be on TV with my present.
But sir, let's be honest.
Attitude.
What seasoned comedian other than Carlin did you see on TV? You see, Robin Williams just did one. But
last night he was on against the football game. It was funny to see what they put against the football game.
Young man's and young woman's fucking world.
Media. Yeah, young people.
And you still, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you have I gave up mustache. You have I gave up hairdo. Like you gotta fucking stay young, man.
And what should I?
You should line it up.
Line it up.
Get a goatee. Motherfuckers have goatees.
Yeah.
This part, the long part of your hair, get that the fuck out of here, Ron. And smooth it out.
Isn't that selling out? Isn't that selling out? Instead of selling out to an organization, I sell out to stupid fads and trends. I'm not going to do it.
I'm just like, you put it this way. An older gentleman, if I was to talk to a 20-year-old girl, I would have to have older gentleman shit going on. A little ties, a hat, like where she goes, you got to be daddy now. You got to be
Well, let
dad.
me mention this. You don't have your pants halfway down your butt.
No.
Oh, so you don't succumb to the trends either, because it doesn't make a bit of sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Here's what I did. I have a crease in my jeans, which says, I'm with the style, but here I'm going to give it a little older touch by neating it up with jeans. What I'm saying is, I want to look at you, Carlin, and I'm just saying, Carlin was a guy who the world looked to for their fucking feelings. Meaning, how do I feel about all this shit going on? That's what made Carlin so relevant. He was a social commentator. Right. I'm saying you're a social commentator.
Yeah.
We got to look at you. I'm trying to help you, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to look. I want to look at you not like this guy Gallagher. I want to look at you like a fucking social commentator. There's a space now because Carlin's not here anymore. Pryor's not here anymore. No social commentary.
I want Larry King's show.
You can't have it. You can't have it.
I can remember whether somebody killed somebody or not.
Right. And you have to now go by Ron Gallagher. You can't go by Gallagher anymore.
Ron was my brother's name.
What's you?
Jesus. He doesn't like talking about his brother either.
I apologize.
Now you're doing Larry King.
Now what's your name?
Well, I never use it.
You got to use it now.
Oh, I have to use it now.
Is it David or something?
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. If
your brother's name is Ron. You have to go by. You can't be. You got to be a David or
Stop with the
Jerry.
Ron thing. He'll go nuts.
I go nuts.
All right, fuck it.
Ron really fucked him up.
Well, I used to work at. I used to be a doorman at Comedy Connection.
Wait, you saw the brother act?
He had stopped at whatever.
No.
Meaning he wasn't doing clubs at that time.
Right. He was doing theaters and he was trying to. I remember what Gallagher said.
Called him Gallagher 2.
Well, because
that was my idea. I did it.
Yeah, because Carrot Top was kind of like doing his act in the smaller scenes, so he got his brother involved. To keep Carrot Top
right.
That's how it originally started.
Sir, Mr. Gallagher, this is with all due respect, because I'm fucking a fan.
Yeah. So you think if I dressed differently and changed my hair, people would show up?
No.
Come on.
No, if you called yourself, whatever your first name is, I think, and no offense, it's like Andrew Dice Clay, okay? As great as he was, you associate that with a certain kind of thing. If he wanted to change... he would have to change everything.
Right.
If Gallagher wants to change, there's going to be people there going, where the fuck is the fucking fruit that you got to... If you come out and my name is something Gallagher...
I shaved my head in the year 2000 so that you couldn't tell where my hair was, thinning.
Right.
And they hated it. They absolutely hated it, and I had to grow it back in. I just couldn't handle everybody. And I usually stand up to what people say.
So you want him to retire the mallet? Because the stuff he says in between the mallet is pretty deep.
He's a deep guy.
And I think that confuses people.
Mm-hmm. He should retire. He should fucking go have a... Look, you have enough name to go on every news thing and say, I'm retiring this thing. It's done. Talk about the stuff you talk about because it's heavy thoughts. And I'm saying
I'm not always heavy. Why doesn't the coach dump the Gatorade when he's ahead, and then he doesn't have to worry about them dumping it on him later in the game? I want to know why. Who started this tradition? Didn't somebody get a heart attack or almost die because of that cold?
Didn't LT start that?
Why doesn't the coach? If I was a coach and I was ahead, I'd go over, kick over the Gatorade.
Good boy.
That deep.
Good boy.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Hey, good,
I'm
Polly.
just telling you,
good
that
girl.
Thing, Ron.
Good boy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know his first name because I don't want to call him Gallagher. I'm calling you Gallagher. Sir for the rest of the thing.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sir?
Uh-huh. Oh, wait a minute. I like it. Sir Gallagher. This is the way I need
Gallagher.
to This is the way I need to go.
Hold on.
I don't want to die, nigga. Sir
You know,
Gallagher.
I'm playing a clip.
What?
What's up, buddy? Hey.
Hey, dude.
What's going on?
You're up pretty early for you.
Yep, back in my room. Just finished off 300 milligrams of edibles and time to relax.
When do you get your license back?
I find out if I can get it back in 2 days, and then on the day after, on the 9th, I find out if I'm eligible. And if I am, then on the 10th, I will be going straight to the DMV at 6 in the morning.
Where? The DMV is open at 6 in the morning?
Open at 7, 8. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. And I'll be going to comedy clubs and doing all sorts of good stuff.
All right, man.
Yeah. What about you? You never wanted to get a license, Kenny?
Maybe, but I don't know if I have the coordination.
Oh, you do. It's just like riding a bike. Because I'm probably a worse driver than you. I'm not a good driver. Like parking and shit. I'm very woman with it. But if I can do it, you can do it.
I'd have to check it out.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
That's right.
What you got in the bubble today?
Just doing my thing. You know how it is. You know, trying to make sure that the world's safe.
Why can't you do Saturday?
Well, I can do Saturday, Kenny, if you want me to.
Okay. Probably Saturday at 10 p.m. Cool.
Icy cold, man.
Well, I'll have to see what the others say.
Okay.
Nine. I'll see
Fuck you, MSA, piece of shit garbage.
Fuck you, fag. Dick
Fuck you,
sucking
fag.
bitch.
Hey, that was one time, and I told you that in confidence.
Fucking dick sucker. Fag. I know you like to take it up the ass, you dick sucker.
Sounds like a little self-projecting.
I got a message from Ryan A yesterday. Him as Weaver.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know
Then I
Danica
called
likes-
him back. I'm like, this is Matthew Weaver. Your impression of me is awful. You fucking fag.
Do you know Danica likes to take it in the ass?
No, she doesn't.
That's what I heard.
Travis likes to take it in the ass, my bad.
No, I don't.
Travis is
You know what you
Danica.
told me in confidence. I can screenshot messages.
Please don't. Why you gotta put me on blast like that?
The world knows that Travis is
You suck
Danica.
one dick, and now everybody gets on you for it. It's not the kind of world I want to live in, personally.
You sucked one dick?
Dude, once.
We all know when somebody says I suck one dick, they suck more than one.
Kenny should know. That's good advice from Kenny.
What?
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So wait, so how does this playoff thing work? I thought they were playing the Cowboys.
No.
Is it because the Eagles beat the Cut Bears?
Yeah, we played the lowest seed.
Oh, okay. So you guys need like an advantage in that sense because you guys are very good. You need to play like the weakest teams.
No, that's how it's been for 20 years, 30 years.
Oh, so they had like a handicap for 20 or 30 years?
Fuck you.
It's kind of cheap.
That's why they're Charles gonna get the ass kicked by the Patriots.
Nah, son. Wait, is that who the Cowboys play? Patriots?
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be fine, dude. Tom Brady ain't shit. Who's making all that noise? Jesus. Kenny, you should go and push the cock.
What?
Push the cock?
And push the talk, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Push the cock.
No. I guess we'll see you later.
All right, later, buddy.
I'll make it something. I'll talk to you.
All right.
But I need to be in charge of the world. You know, I could solve the drug problem, the immigration problem, and the food environmental problem with a single stroke, and no one's listening to me. I want to put a dam across Lower California to dam off the Bay of California and pump that salt water out of there. And could you pop up a map and show him what I'm talking about? there's some islands halfway down, so it's shallow there, and you could put a dam, and then all the water from the Colorado River would irrigate that, and the Mexicans could stay home and grow the lettuce and almonds and avocados that we need. They wouldn't come up here and let the drug lords do it, because you know the drug lords aren't going to quit growing drugs until they grow something else that makes as much money. And I pay just as much for avocados and almonds as I do for marijuana.
There's a giant problem already with the Colorado River running into Southern California and keeping that nice and irrigated.
Yeah, but there's still water.
As long as a motherfucker. How many miles is Colorado?
Well, you have to.
They pipe it in. Southern California would look like a fucking desert if they didn't pipe that fucking water in.
No, the water that is irrigating the Central Valley comes from Sacramento. And our problem there is it's going to salt up. When you put fertilizer and you don't drain it off, the salts remain. And that's all going to be a desert for a different reason, because it's salty.
Which makes it brackish. It makes the water brackish.
Nobody's listening. It's going to happen in the future. They're going to do this.
So you're not a fan of immigration?
Not when the minority's the majority. I live in Los Angeles.
This is why he's having so much trouble with a large Negro trying to help him with his career.
Why?
You don't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it. How dare I, is what fucking Mr. Gallagher's saying.
How dare you, Hey, Patrice. Listen, since when do black people...
Motherfucker!
Are you standing up for Mexicans?
Yes.
Well, how come then the Mexican gangs fight with the black gangs?
Because
they hate each other.
Look at you. You're a smart man.
Yeah.
It's because they want that to happen.
Oh,
it takes,
come on.
It takes they. Dun, dun, dun.
They. I think by they you mean
I ran for governor of California. I got 16th, and one plank from my platform was to sing the national anthem in Spanish before the baseball and basketball games, because the majority of the audience is Spanish.
Because you wanted to get those votes.
Puede usted ver por la luz amanecer la que acabamos con orgullo al pasado anochecer. What do you mean? I was just showing you the beginning. I wasn't going to do the whole thing. I'm a comedian. I know when the audience is going away.
Just gives
I'm
you
a skilled monologist.
He gives you a little
Hey, look here. 3D TV's coming in. Who's the best act for 3D TV?
Gallagher. Oh, my God.
So stand back. Stand back. I'm going to be famous all over again.
He doesn't want to stop smashing shit.
No.
He doesn't want to stop.
Why don't you ask him?
You should
I
listen.
can hear it because he's like, who's the best for 3D?
Gallagher, do you want to stop smashing stuff?
I have other ideas, which we outlined the last time I was on the show, that I have patents.
You don't need 3D. There's no such thing.
Do you feel like you have to smash stuff?
HD radio?
No,
yeah,
the three. You have
HD.
Hey.
It means nothing.
The Consumer Electronics Show is happening right now in Vegas, and what they're talking about is 3D TV.
That's right. The big one ESPN going to have 3D TV coming very soon.
Yeah. Well, why are you telling me I'm off base if this is exactly what's happening?
Because we're trying to get you to be
somebody else.
The fucking Gallagher that we all know and love.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get you out of smashing things.
Well, what about Blue Man Group? Are you going to change them?
Fuck them. That's what they are. That's not what you are.
No, they're me. They're doing me.
First of all,
what about Shamu?
First of all,
Shamu splashes the audience.
The Blue Man
Shamu
Group.
To wear
The Blue Man Group doesn't talk about the First Amendment and then become blue.
Right.
You talk about things and then you smash it.
Yeah.
You got to do one or the other. Smash it or talk about shit.
Yeah, I kind of see Patrice's
Do you understand my point? The Blue Man Group is magic. Cirque du Soleil. They don't go, hey, let me tell you, the Second Amendment is being fucking, hey, watch out for Obama, and then go, woo. You can't do it.
I worked with a rock group called Galamelica, Gallagher. That's what it is. They were me and Metallica.
That's
really weird.
Wait, how did that work?
Well, they would tell some of my jokes and then smash something and then sing a Metallica song. Can you search it? Search it. You'll find it.
That really is ridiculous.
I know it. I'm just saying that.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Because we never know.
Well, he's going to look it up on the internet. It always works. Let me see. Metallagher. That's what it is. Metalagher. I'm just saying that Showtime should have stuck with me and given me a forum to continue, like HBO
how did that
did.
end? What happened with that?
I don't know. They don't call. I think it
Were
was
the ratings down in the last special you did?
No, I think it has to do with the old guy that owns it. I don't think he's hip. Sumner Redstone. He tried to be in with the gaming. He bought Midway Games because of the game they had about stealing cars. And they didn't have another game, and so that company's stock went to nothing. And these guys, they try to buy coolness.
Mm-hmm. There's a nowness missing with you, sir. There is a.
What are you talking about? He's part of Metallica. I'm looking at the logo.
There's a 2010ness that we have to figure out how to get you.
I just told you how I am. I'm green. I just told you how to improve the environment by draining out
I mean, visually, man, people just need it. Shit.
I don't think they care what I look like. They laugh anyway.
Do.
No, you said they do because you shaved your head. And you had to grow it back. So
Thank you for listening.
You're right. They did like about my hair.
You know what? He's a natural revolutionary.
I am a revolutionary. I want to change the rules of baseball.
And he's going to make me change my attitude.
I think a right-handed hitter has 2 steps further to go to first base than a left-handed hitter, and this is an unfair thing.
The left-hander has to turn around before he starts running.
No, he's right there ready to go. I think that the right-handed hitter should run to third.
Oh, wait,
I think you can go in either direction. And this would be fairer. See, I have a point of view. I can't be part of trends, fads, and fashion.
Sir Gallagher?
Yeah.
Well, what about this fad of writing down this whole thing you're doing? Just throw this in the garbage and let's really talk, man.
We have been just talking, but why is the general audience interested in my career? They're interested in what I'm thinking about, not about my career.
Can we find out what they are thinking? Can we talk to somebody? I want Ron. I can't be famous until this motherfucker. I mean,
he hasn't talked to his brother Ron in years.
Gallagher. I want to say his first name. That's why I'm sorry.
I know his first name.
Sir Gallagher. What's his first name?
I don't know if I want to blow up his spot.
Oh, fuck that. I got Google, nigga. Fuck all this shit.
Patrice pulls out his BlackBerry.
Find out what the fuck your name is, Mr. Mystery. God damn it. I think you're gonna stay a mystery. I bet you they have KRATOM's fucking real name too. I'll find out that fucker's name right now. Fuck it. You gonna play me out like I'm a goddamn fucking what is. Matter of fact, here's what it is. What time is it? If my girl, listen, Vaughn, find out what Gallagher's first name is for me and KRATOM. Say both of these motherfuckers' first names. And text it to me, baby. Baby girl.
Oh, she's listening?
If she's listening, it'll be here in 3.8 seconds. If she's listening, if not, I have to go in myself.
We're going to go to Dan in Knoxville because you want to know what the people are thinking. Dan, go ahead.
Hey, you guys. Gallagher, if you're a smart man at all, you will listen to Patrice. I'm telling you, it'd be like Field of Dreams. It'd be like everybody would come, the new Gallagher, shaves his head, he's got a Fu Manchu, and what you do is you tell everybody, leave your plastic at home. That's it.
Leave the plastic at home.
Yeah, like in other words, I'm not smashing a damn thing.
Right, I get it. Right, something like that.
I know what the problem is with Gallagher. These club owners don't want to clean up the fucking room.
Yeah, they don't mind. I'm doing 3 shows this weekend.
And they all don't mind. But other places mind, right?
Danbury just wants a mini sledge, and I can smack away in Asbury Park and out on Long Island in that brokerage thing.
Danbury's at the Treehouse, right?
Yeah.
Tonight? Yeah.
Well, you can't take a
Now, in Tower, Minnesota, I can't sledge, but I can sledge in Duluth and EAU.
And why can't
Claire.
Now, why can't you sledge? When you can't sledge,
I do fine. I do a 3-hour show.
This sledgeless zones.
Sledgeless.
Son of a bitch. I can't take this.
I do plenty of shows where I don't smash.
Sledge
I don't smash. Sometimes, but 1 out of 3 shows I don't smash.
But you do something.
He gets bummed when he can't sledge.
When he can't smash, I guarantee you do something rebellious. What does he do rebellious when you can't smash, sir? You do something fucked up. You throw milk. You do something.
No, I think my jokes are like Sledge-O-Matic. I smash.
That's what pretense.
No more Sledge-O-Matic, Leo.
I've got a couple of applications.
Leo,
didn't I?
Leo. Leopolis? What's the real whole thing? Leonardo? Which
Leo
is
Anthony. I told
Leo
you guys
Anthony.
my name the last time I was here.
He said his middle name's Anthony.
Oh,
Leo.
I didn't tell my first name.
No,
How
he did
great
not.
would it be, ladies and gentlemen, Leo Anthony Gallagher?
And I'm a Leo. I was born July 24th, so very few people have the same name as their astrological sign.
good.
You don't know anybody named Sagittarius.
Would you go see Leo Gallagher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would see.
And I wouldn't expect any pumpkin spice.
And he was born at my baby got the name
He already
and
said
his birth date, motherfucker. Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you, sweetie.
What's Carrot Top's name?
And get me Carrot Top's real name up in this bitch, too.
We already know how old Gallagher is, and he's.
But I'm not going to say his age.
And now
but
he's
his name-
smoking again and fucking smoking pot.
He's tired of the bullshit. I'm living
He's
through
enjoying
him
his
right now.
life.
I'm living through.
Gallagher, tell him you're
Leo.
enjoying your life.
I've
and what your
never been
theory is.
criticized more by a person who says he loves me.
That's what happens, though.
Tough love.
If I didn't love this guy, I have nothing to say.
You wouldn't care?
I fucking love Gallagher.
We've had Patrice in before. He would just sit here and be like,
Well, why did you say you don't want me to
he's
talk
passionate.
about the ideas that I have?
No, that's not true. I'm saying I'm trying
you
to
told
get...
me to throw away my tablet with my ideas.
Yeah, he's
on
got
it.
some good stuff in front of him. Give us another one you wrote down.
I think in the future, to eliminate the cost of state governments, we need to eliminate so many states. We have too many states, and this way, cut back on the number of people arguing in Congress, because like New Hampshire and Rhode Island,
they shouldn't be states.
No,
Just
make like New England.
I had a
state.
puzzle of the United States, and all of New England was one piece, and that's what gave me the idea.
That's how they do it with their football team, right?
We don't need a senator.
Right.
We don't need 2 senators from North Dakota, 2 senators from South Dakota.
No,
we
make
could
it
cut back
Dakota.
on the number of states. It's
Make
just
it Dakota,
so easy.
Make it Virginia.
Yeah.
What's your
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Leo, what's your thoughts on Scott Thompson, also known as Carrot Top?
Scott Thompson?
Yes.
I've known Scotty.
I thought Scott Thompson was a running back.
Most of his life.
Doesn't he sound?
I thought he was running for whatever.
I've got.
Hit me with something. I was trying to say Alabama. Oh my
And
God.
Scott Thompson. I'm not calling him Carrot Top ever again. Call him Scott.
Scotty.
Hey, Scotty.
Scotty
All right,
Thompson.
hold on. We're gonna get Cody in Indiana here. Cody,
Hey, what's okay?
what's up, Cody?
You know, Gallagher, I was a huge fan of yours when I was a younger gentleman and kind of drifted away. But now that I'm an older gentleman, 26, I like the political angle that you take now, because politics change. If you stick to that angle, fuck that sludge-o-matic shit. You say, I try to not conform to what people want. Well, if they want the sludge-o-matic, fuck them. You don't need it anymore, man. You're great. I'm going to see you in Maryville in October because you're there every year. See ya.
Carrot. C-A-R-O-T. That's Carrot Top.
Oh, you got his number.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah, call Scott.
All right.
Gallagher didn't even listen to what Cody had to say.
I did too. I can do 2 things at once.
And he won't conform. Look at his phone.
I know.
Look at Leo's phone.
We made fun of his phone last time. He's multitasking. You hear what that guy? That guy is a new fan, Gallagher, from just listening on the show.
Yeah. Well, I'm not arguing with Carrot Top. I've got him in my contacts. We talk all the time. I tell him my new jokes. Didn't I tell you my tiger joke the other day?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's that?
All right, he's not answering right now. Went to a voice
Tell
message.
Patrice your tiger joke, because he
He's
didn't
probably
hear it.
sleeping.
There's a good-looking girl in a wheelchair. Does Tiger make a move? No, he only screws everything that walks.
I want to laugh just because of the pain of not laughing. That joke stunk, sir. I'm fucking opening for this fucking guy, man. I'm traveling with him from now on. I'm going. Do you need an opener for fucking this weekend?
I can't have you go out there and tell everybody that I don't look right.
I'm not saying. God damn it! I'm just.
How are you going to be helping?
And it's like I'm not saying I'm a mess physically. I'm just saying I want this man to understand what's going on, because I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of oldness and youngness, and I'm just saying that there is a thing that you should be doing.
You never thought of a reinventing of yourself a little bit?
Reinvention, yes.
Like that, I don't think selling out. I don't think reinventing yourself is selling out.
That's a perfect thing.
I think it's just reinventing yourself. Not giving up everything, but looking, assessing what's going on in the world.
What if George Burns had come to you guys, before he died? Would you say, "Look, cut the cigar thing"?
No, but George Burns,
and quit singing the song.
Bad context, because George Burns had a steady whatever he was till he died.
Throughout history,
It's a steady whatever he was.
Guys, you ever hear George Burns sing Extreme? Linger Longer.
Yeah, very good. More importantly, Mars, are you going to straighten Sam's hair today or what?
True.
Are we going to get that done?
Now we're talking.
Now he gets a new look.
Yeah.
I do have the station ready for him.
Where's the station?
Right here.
Mars used to be a hairdresser, Gallagher. And now he's an engineer, but I think he wants to go back to like shampooing hair and stuff.
I never seen such a mess as that kid's hair. I can't imagine how you're going to fix it.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Doesn't it look like a fountain?
Could we give Sam the Gallagher look?
No, we're not. I mean, is it physically possible? Yes, but no, we're not doing that.
Get the clippers. Just cut you.
Could we give you the Gallagher?
No, we're not doing anything permanent.
We're just trying to straighten that hair out.
We're going to give it a little blowout.
Why do they call it a permanent if it doesn't last?
See, he's an idea, man.
How about, okay, nothing semi-permanent.
Exactly.
Semi-permanent.
All right, Mars, if you will, why don't you at least start, and then we'll...
Yeah, this is going to be really good for radio.
I was thinking the same thing, man.
The gay guys.
How is this going to happen?
We know how to make visual things.
We make
into
pictures with this
audio.
stuff.
Entertainment.
The gay guys.
Hey, fix them. Fix them. They need a TV show.
You know what?
You had me smash, and now you got the kid with the hair.
You down
need
to
a TV show.
And leave us alone.
Serious TV.
Yeah.
Well,
we want a fucking visual angle, but they don't get that yet. We used to have one. It worked perfectly.
Look, he's putting the... Oh, my God. Why are you wrapping him up?
Because he went to beauty school. He knows how to do this.
Really wants to be...
Because he doesn't want to screw up his T-shirt.
Yeah.
Mars, tell us what's going on. Remember, we got to paint the picture. Gallagher's kind of right.
Where did you get that? That's kind of like a surgical material that you put around his neck.
This was one of the cleanup rags we had from when Gallagher was smashing things.
For those of you at home, we are now attempting to straighten a Brillo pad.
It is very Brillo.
That seems racist.
We're going to make it into a wire brush.
Gallagher, we ask all our new friends, do you think Sam is black? For real? You can answer honestly. You think he's got some black blood in him?
I don't really know what
because Gallagher won't look him in the eye. He won't look at him. He won't look us directly.
Gallagher just gave you the friggin' look. Go fuck yourself.
Let me shut the fuck up.
I don't need to look at things. I already saw him once.
Yeah.
Right, you thing?
I think that if this continues, we're going to hear the real Gallagher. We're going to hear the real Gallagher soon.
It's coming, dude.
It's coming, man.
It's fucking coming. I'm going to meet the real Leo before I get the fuck out of here, man.
He was related to Thomas Jefferson.
For real.
Who you know had two separate families, black and white.
Yes.
And I'm thinking maybe he a little bit out there in the field. Or
it's not confirmed.
It is by your hair.
It's theory. No. The Thomas Jefferson thing is confirmed.
Yes.
But the second family, me coming from the slave side.
His mother cheated on their father. It's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
I just know it's
Patrice, that's disrespectful.
You think it's first generation?
Oh, dude.
It's first
This
generation.
ain't some fucking gene from 1802.
It's just that just decided to take a peek.
Yeah. This is the milkman, nigga. This is a
You
visit.
said that backwards.
This is the nigga milk. You're a piece of shit. Your mind just stopped. That fucking shit is awful.
I am an asshole.
Oh my God.
I agree. I am an asshole.
Talk about being old-fashioned. Milkman.
Well, that was
joke based on the milkman.
Boy, is he's fucking you down. All barrels at you, Patrice.
Milkman.
You hit him in his soul an hour ago. He's going to let you know it.
And I don't care how mad he gets. I love him, and that's why
I'm not doing milkman references. I don't care how many creases you got in your jeans. That's old-fashioned. The milkman.
Help me. Is it FedEx?
Remember the
Milkman is funny, though.
The milk box?
Nobody know. Kids don't know 20s. You need to update your material.
Oh, shit.
Gallagher's going to give you some advice now. You better go get a mallet, Patrice.
I'm going to fucking sledge-o-matic this son of a bitch.
Just tell me this. What do you end your show with? See, I use it to close the show. Every good entertainer has to have a closer.
You know what?
What's your closer?
I have my sledge-o-matic.
What is it?
Pussy farts.
Ah, true, yeah.
That's your closer right now?
That's my close. I fuck and the air comes out. Yep.
Gallagher, you gotta respect that.
That is my fucking.
You gotta respect
that's my
pussy farts.
And this is why women aren't coming to your show.
They come, but they leave. They leave. They fucking.
All right, back to Mars. Mars, at least get this going.
So, I got my client Sammy sitting in a recliner here. I'm going to recline him.
He's your coworker.
Put a
Client Sammy.
He's role playing now. He's really getting into this.
I put a towel around his neck. I'm going to recline him, and I'm going to start washing his hair.
All right.
The gay guys from the OutQ channel were laughing at me in the bathroom.
Yeah. Gallagher, you got to help us paint the picture.
I can't keep the people from switching the channel. You're gonna straighten somebody's hair, and I'm gonna stay on the radio for this.
There's no one else to listen to on this platform.
It forces these people to follow us on Twitter because we send the pictures.
Yeah,
out.
we send pictures.
Yeah.
All right, now
Mars, what's going on? You got to walk us through this.
Mars is wetting his hair down, wetting Sam's hair. Wow, that is. You're nappy-headed. Oh, wait a minute. That's my Don Imus impression.
Does that hair ever get wet?
Nothing, Gallagher?
Jesus, look how thick it is.
It was sad. It was really sad when he had
it was
quit.
bullshit.
I don't know what it was.
I didn't mean to,
Sam's hair's waterproof.
It really is. It is not soaking up water. Your hair is fucking dry as a bone.
How the fuck do you get that thing wet?
I wash it.
Mars is getting wet at all?
No, his hair, it's running off. It repels water.
Mars is getting wet.
Holy shit.
Yes, it is. I like my Brillo pad illusion.
It was very good. Just have confidence that it was good.
It doesn't wet, it rusts.
Right. All right, the shampoo.
Putting the shampoo in.
You don't need to put shampoo in a Brillo pad. It's in there.
He's like, fuck the water. He's just going with the shampoo.
Mars, talk us through this. What's going on?
Why don't you relax, Sam? You're like fucking freaking out.
Because this is my hair.
He's just washing it.
I don't know what he's doing.
If you cared about it, it wouldn't look like that.
That's not right. See, Gallagher, here's the jokes. We use this to get the jokes out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It does smell really.
Oh, that smells nice.
That feels good, Mars.
I'm washing Sammy's hair.
Yeah, but you're not doing all of it.
Yeah, you're missing.
No, that ain't the hair I'm talking about.
Jeez, Gallagher.
Gallagher's gone blue.
If you have pubes on your head, you must have.
It's Andrew Dice Gallagher.
Mars
why don't you wash his pubes? I'm going to smash your watermelon.
Mars knows what he's doing with this scalp massaging.
Hickory dickory dock. They ought to dam up to Colorado. Oh! It don't make sense, but it's two characters. You get it?
You don't realize how we've changed the world by putting that idea out today.
Really?
Yeah. This is what radio is about. It's about bringing out new ideas. You know that Windows is going to clog up in the future and it's going to ruin Microsoft?
Really? How does it clog?
Well, it doesn't have, because it's a bottleneck. It's sitting on top of DOS, and as people need more and more megabytes for the uses they're doing on their phones, Windows not going to be able to handle it, and Apple is going to take off because they've got their operating system from the beginning to handle this high speed.
I like Windows anyway. I mean, I like
but it's old-fashioned. It's going to be just like the Milkman.
Milkman?
Yeah.
You're doing a Milkman reference?
I'm saying that Windows is going to be as old-fashioned.
Never heard of a fucking Milkman reference.
I'm just telling you.
Leo is a vindictive old man. He won't let it go.
Shit.
This son of a gun here.
It's not called vindiction. It's called recall, and it's a method of comedy.
Wow, Leo!
Yeah. Yeah, Recall gets a laugh.
I'm with them.
Yeah, you guys, you want to play improv? That's what I'm playing.
I know.
You don't want established material?
No.
Okay, well, I'm improving.
You better
with
watch your back. I'm going to get that
You're
book.
just pissed because you said milkman.
That's who his motherfucker.
Yeah, but nobody has a milkman anymore. Your mama didn't have a milkman.
Oh, shit. Mama joke.
About it, mama.
I'm fucking loving this.
Worst.
Fuck, you fucking hit him hard an hour ago. He's gonna let you know.
I don't. He can have it. He can have his revenge, but it's not revenge he should be getting. I fucking feel like the cortex, the vortex, is not going to be right until he's fucking right again. I can't be right till Gallagher's right.
Gallagher, do you think now? Obviously, we look back in great fondness, remembering the Gallagher of yesteryear and the Showtime specials and everything. But don't you think there's a reason why there's 100 people at the club, and maybe that Patrice has kind of a good angle of the reinventing of Gallagher, and maybe like you said, trim the hair, the mustache, a little goatee.
Do you really think if I did a radio show in Danbury and said I've cut my hair and I have a little bitty faggy mustache,
no, it's not going to be
that they're all
overnight.
going to get in line? What about the weather? Isn't a storm coming in?
Yeah.
Maybe there's 100 people because they have enough sense to stay home in a snowstorm.
You're rationalizing.
I'm not rationalizing. I've always sold my own tickets. I rent the theaters and I buy the advertising.
Oh, you do?
I've done it my whole life. I'm revolutionary. I'm an individual. I don't follow trends, fads, and fashion. I'm not going to wear a gold necklace.
Oh, shit. Patrice, no, he didn't.
On a T-shirt. You save enough money not buying a good shirt to buy gold.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Damn. I'm not falling for this because I'm going to help this man back.
You're giving me this?
No, I'm not going to give it to you.
I can get it in New Orleans.
I want you to try it on.
For free.
Sir, I want you to try this on. Because the reason is, this is because it's on the radio. It's a cross. It's a
It's a solid
rosary.
looking cross. Yeah.
It's a rosary. It's a meaning to it.
No, the meaning is I've got money. Why don't you just hang money around your neck?
No, see, I'm learning because I used to be nigga rich. I bought a lot of goofy shit, and I stopped doing that because I learned. Someone said and I learned it from a younger person.
Ran out of water.
I'm saying
he's got a cross. If Jesus was here, he'd say, "Now look, you're gonna have to cut your hair. You're going to have to get rid of the row.
Reinvent yourself.
Why isn't there anybody in the church?
Makes no point at all.
You need to wear jeans.
Makes a point.
Jesus, here, take my jeans.
I knew Jesus, and Gallagher, you're no Jesus.
All right, let's go back to Mars. Mars, what's going on over there?
I need
some
a
updates.
fresh bucket of water to rinse his hair out.
Okay,
This
well, we
water
got
right here is
interns.
soapy. We're waiting.
Dummy got his bucket of water soapy, so I'm just sitting here with shampoo in my hair.
How was the massage there, Sam?
It was
all right?
good, but now I'm just stuck with shampoo in my hair.
But why are we doing this? Is he having a problem meeting girls?
Not at all.
Well, the hair's working then.
His girlfriend is so cute.
Well, the hair works.
And, no, you know something? We haven't seen him with his hair any different than it's been.
Yeah, but
in probably, how long now? How many years?
Oh, you mean since it was short?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And you had the same girlfriend then?
Yeah.
I agree with Leo. This is inane.
It's inane.
No, it gets
Wish we had thought of that
the
before.
background.
Let's go to Mike in New Hampshire. Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. I tell you something. Gallagher is killing. It's awesome, but he has the line of the century. Teach Shamu how to press his jeans, put a crease in his jeans. That was freaking awesome. He got nailed.
I don't think he said that, you piece of shit troublemaker.
You were talking. You were talking at the time.
You don't teach Shamu how to... Oh!
Wearing
he didn't
jeans.
say... Like, look at the Elvis impersonator on.
Yeah.
Like, he just stop.
Gallagher's not an impersonator.
Before
No,
me,
but I'm saying...
Shamu did not splash anybody before me. Shamu stole my shit.
See? Shamu, a fucking killer whale.
Shamu. What about hey? What about Quar and Insane Clown Posse? These are hip young bands that smash stuff on the audience.
You said
the kids are
Clown
copying.
Posse?
Yeah.
What about that? Those crazy relevant fucking Clarence Clearwater.
Yeah, he does mean
You
Guar.
mean Q-U-A-R.
No,
Guar. G-W.
Yes, Guar. He said Insane Clown Posse as a reference of nowness.
They're milk now, by the
They're
way.
milk. That's what they do. They crease their jeans. They're nobody's, Leo. You're a somebody, and we're
Why
going to
you
get
calling
you
him
back.
Leo?
I will not call because Leo makes me look at him.
Leo.
He
doesn't want to be Leo.
He didn't want to be Leo at one point.
He still doesn't want to be Leo.
You're not my friend.
Oh, no. I'm your best friend. You just don't know
you're
it.
not.
I'm a friend of your life. And we don't know each other.
What other acts have you helped with your advice that have taken off?
A lot of young kids.
Yeah.
A lot of young kids have gone that way. I've talked to a few guys that don't give me credit for helping them get through.
Isn't the object of entertainment to have your own identity and your own look, and that way stand out from the crowd of guys that are wearing gold and have jeans on and are talking about...
No.
You know, I don't talk about the difference between blacks and whites, and almost every black comedian, that's all they talk about. Do you talk about the difference between blacks and whites?
Absolutely I do.
Well,
But I do it very differently.
Yeah, no, you don't. You have the same topics as everybody else.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I understand this oohness. But I'm sorry, Mr. Wheelchair Tiger Woods joke, that shitty joke you said. You don't think everybody's talking about that?
But I had a better joke. I had a good joke.
The standing up fucking...
Walking.
Are you fucking serious?
All
That
right,
should have had knock-knocking ahead of it. Because I don't have jokes, Leo. I have soliloquies. I talk about it in reality world.
Oh.
You're not his friend.
I'm not his fucking
No,
friend.
you're not. You're just not. We all see it.
Fuck that.
It is. It's a good
I'm
joke.
trying to teach him how to fucking buy seeds and grow his own fruit.
I've seen Patrice's act, and and I can't stand the whole,
Black
Def
versus
Comedy
white thing.
Jam or BET Black Comic where he's just like, let me tell you about white people. It is nothing like that. Patrice is very intelligent, and he's very...
Bill Cosby never talked about that.
Well, he should have probably, because he's doing it now.
That's why Bill Cosby, his relevance ain't as in the place where Pryor's relevance is, or Carlin talked about race.
Right. Yes.
Not really at home.
I guess I did, too, when I just mentioned it.
Yeah, you certainly did.
And you went and saw the play of the same name.
And I'm going to tell you something. Here's why I'm here to help. It's hard for white comedians to venture in that area. So a lot of times they put down the ability that black comics have to explore that world that they don't feel like they have. It's dangerous to explore, but you want to talk about it because it's relevant, sir.
But it doesn't make sense to say that that people are the same no matter what color they are, and then get on stage and tell how they're different.
Who said that?
Every black comedian says how they're different than whites, but yet
not every black comedian.
I can't think of one that does it.
Every white comedian goes, I just had a baby today. My wife just had a baby. Yay! Yeah. You know the funny thing about babies? I'm not going to say all white guys do that. A couple of hats do. And a couple of black comedians do.
Let's get back to Mars and
Let's
Sam
get back to this shitty hairdo. It's back to normal.
It looks exactly like it.
Why do you have to wash his hair,
it's
Mars?
clean.
Yeah, it's clean now.
It was clean before.
It was clean before. You've done nothing.
I wish an eagle would grab your head and throw you off a cliff.
Sam,
Yeah.
walk us through it. How was it so far?
Well, so far so bad. There's still shampoo and conditioner.
But is Mars doing a good job?
No, he has not gotten any shampoo out of my hair. He just gave up.
But he's really into shampooing you.
He enjoyed it very much. And by the way, I have already the thing that we were talking about the balls on the chair thing.
Yeah.
Already when he was applying the shampoo and conditioner.
His balls touched your
His balls
arm?
were right on my arm.
Now he's drying your hair.
Which I think he did on purpose.
This is really fucking awkward.
It's a little homoerotic.
But if his pubes are as thick as this, I don't think his girlfriend can find his dick.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. I don't know why we're
It's going to be like an eaglet in a nest.
I don't know why we have to go there.
All right, we're going to straighten it now, Mars.
When did this become R-rated?
Look how happy Mars is.
When wasn't
He
it?
really is.
Mars is into his tools.
He is skadoodly, isn't he? He's just like,
What is this?
you should be whistling.
Mars, what are you doing now?
He's
Combing his hair out.
What is that?
trying.
Comb.
It's a wide tooth comb. What do you think? You're going to get a
That came from 1972.
That comb will probably not get through it.
What would you do for Gallagher and his hair?
What does Mars do here at the show?
He's our engineer.
Trying to figure that out. He's just trying to figure out what he's good at.
He's just the voice of serious management.
Right. He's the resident also.
He makes sure we're on the air. Yeah, he makes sure these things are working.
He flips the switch.
Yeah, basically.
He flips the switch. He goes, check 1, 2 before we come on. Shit like that.
He's my new personal stylist.
Yes, of course.
Do you think he knows the difference between a photon and an electron?
Ask him.
No.
Mars?
Ask me a question about it.
What's the difference?
That was the question.
What's the difference?
That was the question, sissy. Answer the question. Fucking Vidal.
I asked the president of Sharp Electronics at the Consumer Electronics Show that
He
question.
didn't know, right?
He said, I'll guess. And I said, well, I just won because you're guessing.
Sure.
People don't know, and they use electronics all day long.
Gallagher, are you racist?
Why?
Holy shit. He'd rather be fucking smashing a nigga's head with Sledge-O-Matic than a fucking watermelon. That's what a watermelon, it represents nigga head.
He desperately wants to be smashing eggplants.
My show.
He wants to... If he could get a hold of some black babies, he just...
That could be the best answer. That could be the best answer ever. Why? Why? Just why was the answer?
I don't discuss race in my show. I don't go there.
But we're getting to know Gallagher
My
as
head
a person.
just almost fell off, man.
We're getting to know you as a person, plus making people laugh. That's what we do.
Yeah, that was a really funny idea. Now you're helping me.
Are there some like untouchable areas where you won't discuss?
I don't do any jokes about black people.
I don't mean like why?
Yeah.
And why Mexicans? You touch on Mexicans, but not on blacks.
That's right.
Why?
Why not blacks?
Scared of the blacks.
Because of the reaction of the audience.
Exactly.
If I
You're conforming.
I gotta chill out.
Talk about what you want to talk about.
He's pulling your hair out.
Going crazy.
So it's an audience. The audience would just go like, oh.
Why would they? What would be your topic matter if you talked about black people? It would be where the audience would go, ooh, you have ideas.
No.
Because I don't agree with black comedians that all black people act the same and all white people act the same. When you did a white voice, you went low. You went like this, like all white people
I do
talk
a great
like
white
this.
guy, don't really?
You do not.
Well,
I'm a white guy. I don't talk like this.
Let's hear your white guy, Patrice.
We'll see.
Clipboard.
What I'm saying here is that the
Look at the
situation...
clock. It's right there in front of you. The clipboard's got tape on it.
You're the one who is... Why don't you ask him if he's racist?
Yeah.
We know he's racist.
Nigga, I am. I'm a fucking... You better be lucky I'm not white.
He's told us.
I be the scorn of the universe, nigga. Them torch the earth.
I wasn't pointing you out. We've already talked about this. Patrice will admit it.
Well, when I'm racial... Fuck racist.
No, you say racial.
I'm racial.
Right.
Are you racial, Anthony?
I think I'm more racist.
Fair enough.
I think I am, though. I think I am.
Are you racial, at least?
I don't think so. I just tell that one Mexican joke, and I think it's cute.
Fuck the jokes.
It's cute.
In your mind, in your soul, in your everyday life, your social viewpoint, is there a racial viewpoint? Do you see our president as the black president or just a man with a...
But our president is just as white as he is black, so he's not a good example.
Well,
oh boy, now you're gonna get Anthony going.
No, I'm just saying a lot of people, especially in middle America, they kind of look at that a little differently. You know,
Hawaii? How many black people you know from Hawaii?
All those Samoans, they call a nigga out there.
King Kamehameha.
It ain't a lot of them.
I don't know.
King Kamehameha.
That guy.
He's a spoon fork. At Kentucky Fried Chicken, they've got a thing that's a spoon and a fork at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what the president is.
King
Sport?
King
Obama's
a sport? Kanui. Kanui Bababa.
That's the problem with America is nothing's well defined. Everything is right down the middle, half of this and half of that.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, wait, Sam wants to tell everyone that Mars doesn't know what he's doing.
Mars does not know what he's doing. Mars is.
He's got your hair up in a clip, and he's getting to the under.
Yeah.
The soft.
Trying to use that stupid brush on. He's just pulling hair out. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Sam's not happy. Sam's not happy.
I need a black hairstylist.
Because one person doesn't have to worry about a hair being pulled out. This guy's got so much hair it can't find a place to be.
Sam.
What?
You should lose a few hairs.
Half of it needs to be pulled
No
up.
justice with that.
I could grow dope in his hair, and the cops would never find it.
Yeah.
I'm 26. I can have my hair.
No, you can't. Get the clippers
I
out.
can smell the shampoo and conditioner burning away.
No, I'm smelling burning hair right now. Anthony, I posted I posted a video, and people are officially creeped out by the video of Mars shampooing Sam's hair.
Oh, good.
It's on Twitter if you want to check it out. Opie Radio. It's really bad. You can smell hair burning in studio. What are you doing, Mars?
I think it's just inside the dryer.
It better just be inside the dryer.
Don't worry.